Wampus Cat football is on the air. The 2024 Atoka Wampus Cats are presented by AmeriState Bank. The Atoka Wampus Cats are sponsored by Brown's Funeral Service, Farmers Insurance Agent Lucinda Holland, Logan & Sons, and Shamrock Bank. The 2024 Wampus Cats are brought to you by Westside Dentistry, the Studeville Family of Dealers, and First Bank. The Wampus Cats are sponsored in part by D&H Wholesale Tires, Genesis Abstract, and Ritter Express Pharmacy. Also helping to bring you the Wampus Cats, the RX Shop, H&L Custom Processing, and the Family Health Center of Southern Oklahoma. And now let's head to the field for your Atoka Wampus Cats.
Weather this afternoon for Friday Night Lights in Atoka, Oklahoma. Atoka getting a home game this evening against the number one team in Class 2A2. And I am so glad to be here. Michael Gabbard alongside Kaylin Nagorski for today's broadcast. It has been an interesting week in regards to all the things that have been going on around the Atoka schools. We'll get to a little bit of that here in the pregame show. We're going to actually hear from the new podcast of the middle school.
All right.
In the broadcast, which I thought was pretty neat. A lot of those kids love it. It's the short one. It's only about 4 minutes, but it's still a really good one. And we are excited to be here again. It's Atoka taking on Vian live in Atoka. Your video presentation today is brought to you by AmeriState Bank. And, what do you think, Caitlin? What do you think coming into this game?
I'm thinking that this is Atoka's chance. If they're ready to make a statement, tonight will be the night to make it happen. You're hosting the number one team in the district. You're 2-0 in district play. What better time to make it happen?
Talking to Coach Cup, we're going to get to the pregame show here in just a few minutes in regards to Coach Cup and then the middle school podcast coming up in just a few minutes. But, talking to Coach Cup in our question, I actually had to edit out a few of the questions that I asked him. I asked him some really dumb questions this week. And it was really funny because he answered them beautifully and then came back and had to say, Mike, are you feeling okay? That was kind of a dumb question. I'm like, yeah, I know it was a dumb question. I don't know why I did it. But it was funny because the mentality that he had leading up to this, it was all business. And he is, if there's one person I feel like is ready for this ball game and ready to take on a team like Vian, it's Coach Cup this week.
Yeah, it's all seriousness. It's all seriousness. It's all business. I mean, it's time to get down with it. I mean, there's no better time than to continue and potentially go 3-0 in district play against the number one team in the district. So, you're working with beautiful weather conditions. You've got that in your favor. And I also think that Atoka's defense is still continuing to do a phenomenal job. Our defensive line is doing a great job with digging hard down to the trenches. Our linebackers are staying strong, reading their keys, doing what they've been coached to do. Just a lot of great things happening on this football team as we venture into the second half of this season.
Looking at the district standings here in District 2A8, Vian sits at number one in the district, 2-0 with the 30 points needed. Atoka tied for second, 2-0 with the 30 points needed, alongside with Valiant. So Vian, Atoka, and Valiant all sitting at number one in the district right now. Of course, we're 2 games in. This one right here will separate one of the two and leave at the top if Vian is able to hit the point spread that they need this week of 15, which is the maximum amount of points that you can get in a district game. Then it would be Vian and Valiant all alone up top. Now, if Valiant can't hit the 15 mark, one of these two teams are going to be alone at the top of the district at the end of this week.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So we've got a lot more coming up in the program, but we're going to get into our pregame stuff that we've got loaded up for you. We've got a conversation with Coach Cup coming up here in just a few minutes. But before we get to that, let's go ahead and take a look at that episode of the middle school team or the middle school podcast that they were so excited about. And guess what? There's a few bloopers in there that you're really going to love too, Kalen.
Yeah, let's see it.
All right, we are live on KHKC 1021 FM. And again, your pregame show is brought to you by Texoma Chevy Dealers. Your pregame show is brought to you by Texoma Chevy Dealers. This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Hey Wampus Cats, welcome back to another episode. I'm your host, Alicia Camp, and these are my co-hosts.
I'm Demarian.
And I'm Braxton.
So Braxton, what's going on with the middle school football game?
It's a middle school football game, and it's away at Kingston at 5:30 on Tuesday next week.
And what's the theme for that?
Jersey Day.
We also have a high school football game this Friday at 7 p.m.
So, Alicia, tell me about the stats of the game that we had.
We just recently had a football game against Tishomingo. The score was 25-6. Connor Ritchie had 3 touchdowns. Brock Smith had 1 touchdown. There was 1 extra point made by Liam Borowski. Case Horton had 2 defensive sacks. Ryan had 1 touchdown pass and 1 sack. Keegan Shores had 2 sacks and the most tackles. Braxton, is there any birthdays this month?
Yes, there is. On the 14th, there's Timber Mosley's. On the 16th, there's Jordan Ayers and Kinsley George. On the 19th, there's Scarlett Wright.
Do we got any events coming up, Alicia?
We do. We have fall break the 17th and 18th, and Storybook Day is the 31st of this month.
So how do y'all think the games are going to go next week?
You could talk to.
I personally think that if we can play hard, I haven't really seen Kingston's middle school, so I don't really know how many played.
Either.
How many touchdowns do you think we'll score?
Like
Maybe
3 or 4.
4
or more. I think there's a possibility we can.
Yeah.
Who do you think's gonna get the most touchdowns?
Probably Connor, because most that I've seen out of every game that we've played, he's had the most touchdowns so far.
Yeah. What do y'all look forward to this weekend?
I have a her virtue camp thing. It's like for all girls about like good things about girls and their mental health and stuff like that, and to get you closer to God.
Oh,
That's cool.
yeah.
What about you, Demarian?
I don't know. Yeah. I think I might go to like the Castle Fest in Muskogee.
Oh.
Yeah. Or the Texas State Fair. Either one.
Hey, Wilms Cats. Thanks for watching. Join us next time on YouTube. Peace out. I was thinking about going to the Castle Festival in Muskogee.
What about you, Braxton? You got anything planned?
No, I do not.
That's boring. Just gonna sit at home.
I don't know.
You gotta prompt something else.
What?
We gotta
Demarian,
get-
you have to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let me find something real quick. It's your turn, Braxton.
What do I say? And then could we say when the next podcast will be?
It's next week. See you next week.
Wait, do we have to start all over now?
No.
Okay.
Can you cut the? Okay. Ryan.
Since 1971, Westside Family Dentistry has been committed to enhancing the natural beauty and function of your smile while improving your oral and overall health. Using state-of-the-art technology, our friendly staff will take care of all your needs, from routine care, crown and bridge, implants, and even orthodontics, including Invisalign. Westside Family Dentistry is the premier choice to create beautiful, healthy smiles for the whole family.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
Family Health Center of Southern Oklahoma has some exciting news. Opening this fall, the new location at 457 South Mississippi Avenue in Atoka will open. This large, modern health center will be able to provide comprehensive health care complete with an in-house discount pharmacy, serving all patients, regardless of their ability to pay. Same-day appointments available, accepting insured and non-insured patients alike. Open Monday through Thursday from 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Fridays 7:30 to 11:30 a.m. For more information, visit the current location at 1556 South Virginia Avenue. Family Health Center of Southern Oklahoma. The right team making a difference.
Coach, up, you get another game here at home this week. A big one, the number one team in Class 2A2. Tell us a little bit of what you know about Vian coming up in this game.
Well, we played them a couple of times there in the playoffs a few years ago, and one thing they're always going to do, they're going to be physical. They always got some great players, that can do some different things. They're usually got some decent size up front, and they got a couple of guys that can run. So they're a pretty good team. They're number one for a reason, and we're going to have finish up a good week of practice and get ready to go.
Vian has been a team that's had a lot of success over the last 10 years or so. Our last meeting with them a few years back in playoffs, they happened to, I want to say they were the number one team then as well. Outside of our district, but that was the last time that we had played Vian, and we played them at their place that year. Is there any kind of momentum you feel coming into this game, coming off of a 2-game winning streak and having this game at home versus being on the road?
Yeah, it's of course it's a lot easier. The logistics of it is playing at home. Like we got some long road trips. We went on one last week, and I felt like that kind of mix that with a couple of things, that happened during the week, and we came out a little flat to start the game, and some things like that we got to get fixed. But when you're playing at home, usually it's kind of more relaxed, and you kind of have a little more get up and go because you're not sitting on a bus for 2 hours and things like that. So
2 road games, or technically, coming off of a road game. It was, to me, I felt like this was a big win. Again, kind of a slow start in a sense against Morris. I want to say they fumbled the football from the snap, the first 6 snaps. It was pretty rough offensively for them, but I felt like they kind of got into a rhythm a little bit, and Atoka's defense was able to shut things down. Does that give you confidence going up against a team that is going to be able to produce points?
Yeah, we've been doing pretty well on defense. I think we got some guys. As times went on, I think we finally got some guys in the right spots, and they're learning and still learning a little bit, but they're doing well. And I think defensively, and that's kind of what I've told you before. That's what we're defensive first around here anyway. But I feel like we're getting to the point where we can do some things to help us, play these tough teams, and hopefully win the game on that side of the ball a little bit. So.
Well, you say defensive first. We'll talk about this. Prince Coleman, he's one of the top wide receivers in the district, maybe in the class right now as we speak. But defensively last week, a lot of turnovers that were caused by your defense. Right. And again, moving 3 games, tough games to start the year to kind of figure out where guys are going to fit, where they're going to go. That has definitely played a big role in regards coming up here to Vian this week.
Yeah, I mean, that's like I've told you before, that's why we play those guys. So we know early what we got to do to get where we need to be, because if like we go out there and have 3 blowout wins and and then we're not figuring anything out, we're not where we need to be. I mean, yeah, there's some good things with that, but I mean, when it comes to for our goals, which is getting into playoffs and go making a run, that's why we do those things, so we can figure those things out. So when we get to districts, we can play the way we need to play with the guys we need to play with and get after it.
Now, Vian obviously a little bit bigger on the defensive line, offensive line, in a sense, kind of more up the middle than anything. I'm sure mindset offensively, you're going to want to establish the run pretty early.
Of course, yeah. Like you've been watching us for a while. We're going to do what we do. We're going to run the ball, and then that's going to open up the pass a little bit. And biggest thing is we got to communicate up front. They do some different things on defense. We kind of got a good idea what they're going to do, but they'll mix it up. They'll move some just little tiny pieces here and there. They kind of would make us have to communicate a little bit more, but if we could do a good job communicating up front, we should be fine. So,
I feel like the mixture between Richardson, JD, and Ezekiel. I don't know why I'm having such a mind blank, but the mixture between them last week, phenomenal. Probably want to move that. I feel like, you get the running game set up early. It opens up some things in the passing game extremely early, and you have the ability to take those deep shots like we saw with Prince Coleman last week and other guys. Yeah. Prince Coleman isn't the only guy you got out there, but it opens up those opportunities. Outside of Prince Coleman, you've got guys like Malachi on the opposite side, LJ Lefebvre, and more.
Yep. Who
are some guys that you feel could have a breakout game in the receiving room this week?
Well, the biggest thing is I don't know if I think Prince, when he's on the field, he's going to draw a lot of people's attention, and. But here's the deal, like you said, we got some other guys that can make plays too. So if they start doing that, maybe we can attack those other spots that they're taking. We're taking and taking advantage of those spots. So, but yeah, we definitely got a bunch of guys that can go up there and get the ball and do some great things out there, and that's why we have the potential to be just as good as anybody. We got athletes that can do some different things, and then we've got some stuff in this week to try to take advantage of that a little bit. But yeah, and like you said, when Prince is on the field, it draws attention away from everybody else a little bit, so that kind of plays in our favor.
Statistically wise, he's the number one wide receiver in the district right now, and again, I would argue that he is one of the top receivers in the state.
Yeah, probably.
So. Your pregame show is brought to you by Texoma Chevy Dealers. This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. Find your summer adventure and bring along everyone you love. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
The RX shop is now under new ownership. Jason and Sedana Lanig and their 2 daughters are longtime residents of Caney and are looking forward to continuing the same great service for you and your family. They're excited for this opportunity to serve our community and invite you to let them help you with your healthcare needs. Call 580-889-3331, 580-889-3331, or come by 872 West 13th Street in Atoka. RX Shop thanks you for shopping local.
Ameris State Bank has been serving southeastern Oklahoma and North Texas for over 100 years. All of our products and services are available both online and in person, serving you in a friendly and professional atmosphere. At Ameris State Bank, you're more than a customer, you're a neighbor and a friend. From checking accounts to real estate loans, we've got you covered. We have 5 locations to serve you in Atoka, Antlers, Hugo, Tishomingo, and Sherman, Texas. Call, come by, or visit our website today at ameristatebank.com. Ameris State Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Welcome back into the pregame show this afternoon, brought to you by Texoma Chevy Dealers. We're glad to be here this beautiful Friday night as Atoka taking on Vian at home for another game of district play. It is game 3, to be exact, of district play. And if you're just now tuning in to KHKC 102.1 FM, you can view this game live from Wampus Cats Atoka on YouTube. That's Wampus Cats with an S, Atoka, all one word, Wampus Cats Atoka on YouTube, and watch this game live. We've got a great production crew tonight. Steve Welch and Atoka High School have really done a great job here at the home games of multiple cameras being run, and so a big shout out to Atoka Public Schools for the production and help that they bring into our broadcast each week. And really, the kids are the big part of that. They are actually showing up, doing their job, doing what they're supposed to do, and they're doing an absolute amazing job at it as well.
Yeah, hats off to Steve Welch and his crew. Like Michael was just saying, it's always exciting to see the kids get involved and be excited to show up and help and learn something new and continue to improve upon something that interests them, because, you know, not all kids are athletes, and that's 150% okay. So thank you to Steve and his kids and Atoka Public Schools for giving those kids the opportunity.
I'm excited about this game tonight.
I'm excited about this game tonight.
And for a few reasons.
Let's hear it.
Atoka has played very top-tier competition in the the first 3 games. The last 2 games were against opponents that you should have won. We get it. We get that. But this has been an opportunity for the Atoka coaching staff to really kind of mold where they wanted their players to be. They had a lot of questions coming in at the beginning of the year with new talent coming up, who should play what. And now that you're 5 games into the season, you have got that opportunity to really figure out where each kid fits best. And there is a lot of talent on this Atoka Wampus Cat. When we talked about in the pregame show with Coach Cup about the wide receiver talent that they have here this year, and not to mention led by Prince Coleman, who has absolutely been a monster, an absolute killer.
That dude's he's a stud.
He is by far the best wide receiver in the district so far, and whether he's the best wide receiver in the state yet to be determined through the course of the season, but I would put him up there with anybody.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a team. And, I mean, you've got Prince, Javen. Where's my other guy?
You got LJ LaFavors.
You got LJ.
You've got Brooks out there.
Yeah, rattle them off.
You know, I mean,
I'm a little slow this evening.
I mean, they'll line Ezekiel Brooks out there occasionally, who has done a great job, I feel. And then you've got Malachi Brooks who can hit the open at any given time.
That's another
for the deep ball. I mean, they've got a lot of speed out there, and that's going to be important for me coming into the pregame. The first thing that I want to establish in quarter 1 for the Wampus Cats is the run game to open up that passing game.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be a big key factor there, because there is some size comparisons here. Vian, they've got some beef up front. Not saying that Atoka does not. I'm just saying that Vian, they've got some big kids up front, and I think they just need to line them up and let them just knock heads for, a little bit and get all the jitters out and get ready to play football.
There is a lot of size up front, so it's going to be interesting to see kind of the approach that they take in the running game, whether you're going to see a lot of sweeps, try to get to the outside, get guys in space, whether you're going to see some screens. We may even see a little bit more slants than normal here in this game, just depending on the type of zone that Vian throws at them and the pressure that they're throwing. I mean, because you got to think, too, with the size that they have up front, if they are indeed throwing a 6-man blitz, a 5-man blitz or whatever, you're going to have to figure out a way to get the ball out quick or get it out to your running back in space so he has the ability to make some plays.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, after saying that, you're really gonna have to key in on the folks that can help you. and you're going to have to reach deep into your play calling book and start calling some of those plays that we haven't seen shown up yet this year. And I think some of that showed up last week in Morris.
Our video presentation brought to you by Ameristate Bank. On the go and informed, that's banking with Ameristate Bank's mobile app, ASB Everywhere. Download for free on your iPhone or your Android device today. All right, we've got the national anthem and all coming up here on the football field in just a few minutes. So we will take a quick break, and we'll be back here on the Ion Sports Network. It is Atoka football live on KHKC.
Ameristate Bank has been serving southeastern Oklahoma and North Texas for over 100 years. All of our products and services are available both online and in person, serving you in a friendly and professional atmosphere. At Ameristate Bank, you're more than a customer. You're a neighbor and a friend. From checking accounts to real estate loans, we've got you covered. We have 5 locations to serve you in Atoka, Antlers, Hugo, Tishomingo, and Sherman, Texas. Call, come by, or visit our website today at AmeristateBank.com. Ameristate Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Brown's Funeral Service in Atoka, Colgate, Durant, and Medill are proud to be a part of the communities they serve. Since 1994, Brown's Funeral Service has proudly supported nonprofits, police and fire departments, local military members, and area schools. The staff at Brown's Funeral Service takes great pride in these endeavors because they realize it's more than being in business. It's about being a thread in the fabric of our community. Brown's Funeral Service, where service begins but never ends.
Your pregame show is brought to you by Texoma Chevy Dealers. This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. Find your summer adventure and bring along everyone you love. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
This is Eric Studeville, inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
Or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
and that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka, and StudevilleFord.net.
The Studeville family of dealerships,
Proudly serving you and your communities.
When it rains, it pours, so it's important for you to get the coverage that meets your needs. Farmers Insurance agent Lucinda Holland can help you understand your options so you can prepare for what the forecast brings. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Learn more by calling agent Lucinda Holland at 580-889-3744 to find out how she can help you protect the things that matter most to you. That's Lucinda Holland.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Welcome back here to Atoka Wampus Cat Stadium, where both football teams are getting ready to come out of the locker room and take the field. And we are going to begin kickoff here in roughly about 2 minutes as Vian is set to receive the football to open up this football game. We've just finished the national anthem. The stands are beginning to fill up. The town of Atoka is beginning to come alive, and they are ready and excited to watch some Wampus Cat football this evening.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all, man? I'm telling you, I'm excited for today's game. We've got a lot of great football going on. Looking at the rest of the district, we'll have, Valiant today is taking on Henrietta. That'll be a really good one.
That's going to be a really good game.
You've got two teams. If Henrietta wins that game, those two teams would probably be somewhere tied. I think Henrietta would actually have the points in that. So. And then Wilburton tonight is taking on Spyro. Antlers tonight taking on Morris. So you'll have some good district games going on. Of course, there's a plethora of games going on in the world of the Ion Sports Network. If you haven't downloaded the app, download it today. You can watch games from all over the Texoma area. Here comes your Atoka Wampus Cats out onto the field, as we are just 39 seconds away from game time in Atoka, taking on the number 1 team in Class 2A2, Vian, and the Wolverines. They are an exciting team. I almost couldn't get that one out. They are an exciting team to watch. I've seen a few videos from the Antlers game and many more. They have a lot of talent, and it is going to be interesting to see nonetheless.
Yeah, excuse me. I'm excited to see what they bring to the table here. I personally have not seen any Vian's film, but as Coach Cup said, you're number one for a reason. So
we got 12 minutes on the clock. It is quarter one. Atoka taking on Vian. Michael Gabbard, Kalen Nagorski on the call. Not a lot of, boy, this is kind of a, boy, this, you know what, this kind of upsets me a little bit. Looking at the stands, you know, for the Atoka side, there's not a lot of fans out in the stands right now. Atoka could be using your support here against the number one team. Here's the kickoff, and the ball up to the 35, rotating out to the near side to the 50, to the 45 on the opposing side, and out of bounds in good field position for Vian to get things started off. Boy, you know, you could really use crowd, you know, that home field advantage. But right now it looks like Vian's got more fans out in the stands, which is something we have not seen the last 2 to 3 weeks, and that's pretty upsetting for me.
Well, I still think that they're on their way. They may just, I still see cars pulling into the parking lot. Everyone just may be running a little bit late this evening.
Yeah. Figure out what's going on with my camera right now, where our camera person is. There he is. And there we go. Shotgun formation here for Vian. And we got flags on the field. Your quarterback today is Cash Trammell. Running back is Mason Wright. Come on, Zebra, don't start already. Oh, man. Vian coming back to the line, 11:47 still remaining. First down and 10. Vian coming out in the white jerseys with purple numbers. And it's going to be a handoff off tackle. Cuts through the field. Big speed for Mason to the 5-10 touchdown. Easy on the first play of the game. And that's Mason Wright. Took it for 45 yards for Pater.
Yeah, after Vian coming out on their first play, starting off with a false start on offense, backing them up at the 1st and 15. That's not something you want to see for Atoka's defense, but it appeared that one of Vian's right guards got outside and got the block to open up that hole and allowed them to put 6 on the board. As Vian is going to attempt the extra point. Kick is up. And the kick is good.
And the point after is good.
So here we are with 11 minutes and 38 seconds to play here at Wampus Cat Stadium. Vian up 7-0, and that is going to lead us to our first break. We'll be right back.
Ritter Express Pharmacy in Atoka has been serving as your local hometown team. Since 1972, the Ritter family has been dedicated to your health and well-being. Now with the 3rd generations in pharmacy school and medical school, they are continuing to strive to bring the latest in healthcare innovation to our community. They understand life is busy and have 2 convenient drive-through windows and are well known for their fast and friendly service. Ritter Express Pharmacy is very appreciative of the support of the community over the last 50 years and will continue to work hard and evolve to earn your business. If you need free delivery, a vaccination, a wheelchair, a brace, specialty compounding, a unique request, or just good medical advice you can trust from people that care and are invested in the community, then Ritter Express Pharmacy has you covered. Choose Ritter Express Pharmacy. Experience the personalized care you deserve. Ritter Express Pharmacy is your trusted partner in health.
AmeriState Bank has been serving southeastern Oklahoma and North Texas for over 100 years. All of our products and services are available both online and in person, serving you in a friendly and professional atmosphere. At AmeriState Bank, you're more than a customer, you're a neighbor and a friend. From checking accounts to real estate loans, we've got you covered. We have 5 locations to serve you in Atoka, Antlers, Hugo, Tishomingo, and Sherman, Texas. Call, come by, or visit our website today at AmeriStateBank.com. AmeriState Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Number 19 returns it back out to the 20. Malachi Brooks will take over for the Wampus Cats.
Welcome back to Atoka Wampus Cat Stadium, where Vian has just kicked to Atoka, and as Atoka will come out on the first play of their offensive possession, number 19, Malachi Brooks, receiving the kick and bringing it up to the 26-yard line as Atoka comes under center in an I formation. And they'll give a handoff to number 24, J.D. Bland, as he comes up the middle with a gain of 2 yards. You know, going back to Vian's first touchdown run there as he was approaching the end zone, you know, one thing that Atoka has got to keep in mind is that this is a tough physical team that they are playing tonight, and they're going to have to crank it up just a little bit to get in their heads and make this a good ball game. So Atoka on 2nd and 8 will give it to Ezekiel Brooks, and Ezekiel is going to lose a couple yards, giving Atoka a 3rd and 10. As Peyton approaches his offense to give the play.
7:23 remaining. Shotgun formation here for Peyton Pugh. 2 wide receivers set off to the left. Vian coming out in a... Well, now we've got flags. False start on the Wampus Cats. We'll push them back 5 yards. 7-0 is the score at Vian on top with 10-11. Still here in the first quarter of play. By the way, again, big shout out to Public Schools, the different camera angles. Also to Vian Public Schools, called them up today. They were very nice, very friendly, and gave us everything that we needed for today's game. So a big shout out to Vian Schools as well. Shotgun. Wide receivers are set left in the backfield and downed for a loss on the play. That's Trace Sanders on the sack. And Peyton Pugh will be sitting in a 3rd down and long situation.
Yeah, nobody managed.
Down, I'm sorry.
Nobody managed to pick up Sanders, the 6-foot, 200-pound wide receiver. Also, the defensive back that came screaming around the outside edge kind of hit Peyton in a blind spot and never even saw him coming.
So here's the punting formation for the Wampus Cats. And the punt is short, caught at the 45. And here goes right once more. Heads left, passes 1 tackle up to about the 35 and then down close to about the 32. And that is where Vian will start back up here on the Wampus Cat Network.
You know, sometimes it's just all about the details here, Mike. You know, one thing we want to remind our viewers and our listeners that in October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I noticed that the referees are throwing pink flags tonight.
Right, yeah, it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I'm not laughing at that, by the way. I'm laughing at a comment on the stream. And we see a run up the middle here on the stream. It says we're live virtually. We're here at the game. I'm not talking about, you know, everybody. I'm just saying usually we have a lot more fans in the stands. And this is a big one. This is one that you need your crowd support behind. You've got the number 1 team coming in, you know, in the state, and you want to be able to fill those stands and really give them a hard time and not make them feel welcome. And unfortunately, that's just not what happened tonight.
Yeah, maybe everybody just got caught up and wasn't able to make it this evening.
A little pitch underneath, and now to the 20, to the 15, and out of bounds. That was Riley Ellis, but really a nice little pitch and play design there for Cash Trammell. So I'm not calling any just one person out. I'm just calling the community out, basically.
Well, that's cool.
I think I've been here long enough in order to do that and not offend everybody.
We don't single anyone out, just the entire community.
Yeah, just everybody, you know. 8:37 still remaining in this game in the first quarter, and it is an off-tackle handoff, and heading far side is Fletcher in for the touchdown, and not a lot of help to the outside, but you can already see the speed by Vian here in the opening quarter. We've got flags on the play, so I believe this one is probably coming back.
I believe you're correct. I think it's going to be an offensive block in the back. Let's see. Yeah, and that is correct. So there was an offensive block in the back as the ball carrier was approaching the far side sideline. So Vian's going to come back, and that's going to put them at a 1st and long situation. Referee said, hold up. Wait a minute. What we got going on here? They didn't have the correct spot. Our referee didn't like the spot. Okay, so they move them up a yard, and they're gonna let them fly.
Shotgun here for Vian. Tight formation. As the wide receivers are pinched in, the ball is placed near the far side hash, and it's a little dump play out to the outside. Passes 2 tackles and is in for the score. That's number 5 on the offense, Jacob Brannick, the 5'11", 155-pound receiver who is a senior for Vian, takes that one to the house.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Atoka may have just chosen the wrong defensive play call there or what may have transpired, but nonetheless, letting Vian put 6 more on the board.
Kick is up, kick is good. We'll have the scoreboard updated when we return here on the Ion Sports Network.
Genesis Abstract and Title is dedicated to doing things right while providing a positive customer experience. At Genesis Abstract, they use advanced technology such as fully automated records to expedite the process and avoid delays. Their friendly professionals are ready to serve you and will take care of every detail to make your buying and selling process an easy one. Genesis Abstract, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 410 East Court Street in Atoka. Your source for quality abstracts, title insurance, and excellent closing solutions.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
Welcome back in to KHKC 102.1 FM. Here is the kickoff by Vian. Atoka set to receive. It is caught at the 15-yard line and heading upfield to about the 30 for good field position for the Wampus Cats. Yeah, that was Malachi Brooks. I couldn't see the numbers on that to begin with.
Malachi taking care of business on the receiving team this evening so far.
So Atoka will get it at the 30. Down 14-0 with 8:17 remaining in the first quarter. So 2 quick scores by Vian, a 45-yard run by the running back Wright, a 20-yard touchdown pass from Trammell to Bramick, and it is, again, 14-0. Atoka trying to get their first offensive drive with some success here with 2 wide receivers set off to the left, 1 to the right. Ball is placed near or far side. Peyton Pugh looking to pass. It is caught, and they'll pick up right around 4, maybe 5 yards on the gain. Actually, I think they're going to give them 6 on it as the ball was spotted at the 29, not the 30.
Man, great catch by LJ there. LJ running a smooth route. Our offensive line giving Peyton Pugh plenty of time to drop back in the pocket and hook up with his receiver. This is a great job.
Atoka will have to drive 71 yards for a score, as it is 2nd down and 4. Handoff up the middle as they're trying to get their running game started. And again, those guys, those monsters that Vian has down low in the trenches, making the stop that time at the line of scrimmage, so no gain on the play. It is 3rd down and 4.
And we've got an injured player down on the field, Mike. I can't currently see who it may be.
Looks like he's getting up.
Appears to be Jetty Brooks was shooken up on that play as he comes off on the field, off the field rather, under his own power. Good to see that. J.D. Brooks, another key player on this football team. We need him to remain healthy as we are going to need all hands on deck this evening to reel Vian back in and get back on top.
Talking about the districts again, Vian and Atoka and Valiant sitting on top in the district standings. This is a game between two of the top district teams so far through 2 games. You know, last week Valiant led the district single-handedly. Vian actually in that 2 spot, but now everybody tied up. I formation here with a 3rd down and 4 situation. Looking to pass. They're looking to go deep down the field, and it is almost caught at the 31-yard line, and unfortunately just unable to run and get that one into the hands for Prince Coleman, but boy, he almost had it.
He was just about to haul that one in.
He was just a tad bit overthrown.
Yeah.
Just a tad bit.
It was.
And that's okay because really Peyton Pugh kind of put it in the only spot that it could have been caught.
Yeah, he put some sauce on it. I mean, he had to get it out there for him and able for him to go up there and get it.
It was a good throw by a high school quarterback with that kind of defensive pressure on Coleman, and he was still able to get space. Just unfortunately now it's 4th down, and actually we've got a flag on the play, so they're going to get to run this down one more time. They're going to lose 10 yards. So it's going to be 3rd down and 14. Ooh, let's see here. 3rd down and 20. That was a 15-yard penalty.
Say 3rd and 15.
Got to get to the 39. Pugh running, rolling out, trying to find somewhere to go, and instead he'll just throw this one away. And it looks like Atoka will punt this one away to Vian again and try to make a defensive stop.
Yeah, Vian not willing to give up anything on defense right now with their DBs going man-up coverage with the Wampus Cats wide receivers.
.704 remaining here in the first quarter. Here's the snap. The punt. It's a good punt.
That's a beautiful punt.
Caught at the 43. Moving upfield to the 40. Cuts up 1 tackle and out of bounds at the painted numbers of the 30. And I think, who was that on the return? That was number 11, Adolph Stahl.
Yes, sir. 5'9", 155-pound wide receiver. I think Zach Jim hunted him down on the tackle.
Two punts for the Wampus Cats offensively. 2 scores for Vian offensively. Looking for their 3rd. And, oh, what a pass by Trammell. And it just slips right out of the hands of the intended target, Fletcher. Fletcher, 5'6", had a hard time locating that ball as it was over the extended arms of the defense. And that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10, 6:46 remaining in the first quarter.
Fletcher almost getting his hands on it.
You can see the difference of size there at the line of scrimmage. And it looks like Trammell will hold on to this one. Cuts up to the 20, to the 15, and we've got flags in the backfield. And I believe this one is coming back.
Let's see what the referee saw. I know I missed it.
Holding on the offense. Yeah, look at that. We got Santa Claus working the sidelines. Did you see that?
I noticed that. I did.
Santa Claus.
I was just reluctant to say anything.
It's off season. He's a big football fan.
We're getting in shape. The season is coming.
He's like, I got to work off some of these pounds, get ready to carry all these toys down chimneys. I'm just kidding to the referee, but with the long beard, he did kind of look like Santa. Shotgun here for Vian. And we got more whistles.
Offsides against the Wampus Cats.
And Atoka is going to get called for offside, so that's going to give Vian 5 more yards as they attempt third down.
5-yard penalty.
One thing that I'm seeing early here in this football game is Vian is really trying to stretch it to the sidelines, not really looking so much to their running game approach it up through the middle. As they give the handoff to number 3, again to Drayton Fletcher. As Fletcher moves the ball to the 31-yard line, is going to bring Vian to a 4th and 12 attempt. Short field to play. And they are going to elect to take a timeout. And we're going to keep it right here for just a moment. We're going to talk about some of the key things that we've seen so far here at Wampus Cat Stadium. Currently, it is there's 5:57 left to play in the first quarter, and Vian is on top 14-0 as your Wampus Cats are eager to get their first score of the night as they continue to pound towards the end zone. Both teams doing a tremendous job battling for that first place spot in districts. So after the timeout that Vian took, they're going to come to the line in a 3rd and long situation, a shotgun formation. As the quarterback drops back to pass, he's looking to hit his intended receiver, number 2, Mason Wright. Mason Wright is going to take that one to the house. Touchdown, Vian.
Into the end zone for the touchdown.
Mason Wright, that he's 6 foot, 185 pounds, strong runner.
Yeah, unfortunately they're on 3rd down and 12. But, again, this Vian team, I mean, they're the number 1 team in the state for a reason. You know, there's a few things that you would like to see in the first quarter, but it may be one of those things that Atoka is just going to have to adjust to the speed. And the kick is up, and the extra point is good. Our score 21-0 with 5:46 remaining in the first. We'll be back. It is the Ion Sports Network.
My name is Judy Wheeler. I had a tooth pulled, and I didn't realize how valuable that tooth was till I couldn't chew on that side anymore. And Dr. Holcomb pulled that tooth for me, and then a short time later, I came back to work with the lady on the financing. There was no stress, there was no pressure, there was no anything. It's just this is what's available, and y'all can work it out the way that works for you. And we were able to work out a plan that everything just went like clockwork. Now I can chew again on that side.
This is Eric Studeville inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
Or you like them built tough.
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
And that's the Stuteville way.
Stuteville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and StutevilleChevrolet.com.
And Stuteville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka. And StutevilleFord.net.
The Stuteville family of dealerships,
Proudly serving you and your communities.
Welcome back into KHKC 102.1 FM and the Ion Sports Network. We are live on YouTube tonight. Wampus Cats Atoka, if you want to watch this game live. Here's the kick by the Wolverines, as the kick is a long kick. Not a high kick, but boy, I tell you what, their kicker has an absolute leg.
Yeah,
And
he's
that
a
is
talented
Malik.
kid.
It's Makaya Mendoza, the 5'6", 155-pound senior. Monster leg.
Yeah, very talented kicker for the Wolverines. So Atoka looking to get it started on offense here.
Yeah, you got to figure out something right now. And, you know.
Yeah, after that, after the touchback in the end zone, that's going to put the ball placed on the 20-yard line as they begin this drive. You know, we're still anxious to see if that passing game is still alive. Haven't had much luck with the running game thus far.
Yeah.
But it appeared as if the passing game was there. Still is there.
After the play, offsetting personal foul.
Looking at some scores around the league right now, Wilburton actually on top of Spyro. They're looking for their first game in a long time, first win in a long time. It's first quarter. It's 8-7. Wilburton on top. Henrietta has the lead against Valiant right now, 6-0, and Morris has the lead against Antlers, 6-0, all in the first quarter right now as we speak. Atoka's got the football on the near side hash at the 30-yard line as they try to establish the run. They cut up for some positive yardage on first down and 10, but it will be second down and long coming up for the Wampus Cats.
Yeah, Ezekiel Brooks still handling the football at that tailback position, doing a really good job at that position this year as him and JD kind of flip-flop in there. Both of those kids, talented young men, very good runners, good football players all around.
Yeah, J.D. Bland in the backfield, like you said. He has had some really good games here the last couple of weeks. Hand off to him now as he pushes forward, trying to pick up positive yardage, and does. It'll bring third down and medium yardage here for the Wampus Cats.
That's 4 yards per carry right there, Mike. That's what you're looking for out of your run game. That's pretty darn good.
Especially in this style of offense, it opens up that third down and what is it now? Third down and 3, technically, I guess, is what you would call this. And it opens up the passing game. You know, you can do a few things in the running game a little differently on third down and 3. And they're going to hand it off to JD, who's going to power his way past the first down marker. And that will be a Wampus Cat first down. We'll take a look at that one more time on the first down run. As here we go. Look at that. JD just a force. He's a big kid, too, as he gets a couple of extra yardage for that first down.
The bus.
The bus, man.
JD, the bus.
JD,
Bland.
the bus.
Exciting offensive play calling by the Wampus Cats this far to get this first down as they're kind of sticking with the ground and pound. You know, as Coach Cup said during the pregame show, you know, they're going to do what they do, and they're going to try and do it well.
Looking to pass, defense in the backfield, and it is caught! A flag on the play. Prince Coleman with a monster grab, and he pulls it in for the first down. I believe Atoka will accept the penalty.
How
get
about
the extra yardage?
How about Prince Coleman going downfield and getting that first breakout play for the Wampus Cats here late in the first quarter, moving the Wampus Cats clear downfield to Vian's 31-yard line. What a tremendous catch. Peyton Pugh given plenty of time. Beautiful play.
Looking to run outside. Brooks cuts it to the corner, down to about the 23-yard line. That's going to be close for a first down. Still a couple of yards to go, but on first down, that's definitely what you want, as Atoka is moving their way in towards the red zone.
Yeah, and that's the momentum shift that you're looking to get right now as you're currently down 21-0. You're not out of this ball game by no means. By no means at all. So right now, Atoka coming up to the line in an I formation. They hand it off to J.D. Bland, the fullback, as he runs it up the middle. They're going to give him a yard on the play as they spot it down there on the field.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and 1.
Prince Coleman, standout wide receiver. How about that guy?
He has been fantastic this year and showing why he is one of the best in the state. And again, he did get an offer from a couple of colleges. Congratulations to him. I don't think he's accepted just yet.
And how exciting. Good for him.
I formation, 2:28 remaining here in the first quarter of play. 21-0, and Atoka pushing their way into the red zone, as I believe they've got enough here for the first down and maybe about 5 yards extra. Big time run. And the Wampus Cats back to a first down and 10. Another successful run there by J.D. Bland, the fullback. He does so many things well. He can block. He can run. He can occasionally catch one in the backfield if they need him to.
A very versatile player.
You don't see a lot of the backfield receptions, but looking to go deep towards the end zone. Dives and is incomplete. Intended that time for number 9, Kaiser Mullins.
Was incomplete. Intended for number 9.
He's a
Kaiser
tough
Mullins.
kid, too. And that's a kid that
That'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
the coaches have talked highly about. A junior, 6'2", 165 pounds, so he's got a little bit of size there against the defensive back, number 3,
yeah,
who checks in at 5'6". So a nice mismatch right there.
Yeah, pardon my interruption. Kaiser Mullins is one we did not give credit to early on in our broadcast. He is another key player in this wide receiving core.
And Brooks tries to hit the B gap and trips on one of his own linemen and is down for a loss on the play. 1:38 remaining in the first.
Atoka getting some excitement here on offense as they're beginning to catch their rhythm and move into the red zone here late in the first quarter.
Oh, wait, not to look too far ahead, but Atoka next week on the road to Valiant. That's going to be a big game as well, considering the 3 teams at top of the district. This game matters. We got a timeout called. We'll take a timeout as well. It is the Ion Sports Network on KHKC 102.1 FM.
Brown's Funeral Service in Atoka, Colgate, Durant, and Medill are proud to be a part of the communities they serve. Since 1994, Brown's Funeral Service has proudly supported nonprofits, police and fire departments, local military members, and area schools. The staff at Brown's Funeral Service takes great pride in these endeavors because they realize it's more than being in business. It's about being a thread in the fabric of our community. Brown's Funeral Service, where service begins but never ends.
H&L Custom Processing is proud to support the Atoka Wampus Cats. A family-owned business by Gary and Charity Hensley, H&L offers custom processing of wild game as well as local livestock. H&L is USDA certified and makes it a goal to provide excellent service, cleanliness, and up-to-date processing services in their state-of-the-art facility. With immediate openings for beef and pork processing, H&L is here to help get your team ready for tailgating or backyard cookouts this season. Stop by and check out their facility in Colgate or call 580-258-0263 for more information.
1:14 remaining. Atoka in the red zone for the first time tonight. The ball placed on the 20-yard line, trying to score. Defense in the backfield, pressure on Pugh. He'll throw this one away. The difference between the beginning of the year for Peyton Pugh is in these situations, he's gotten rid of the ball versus at the beginning of the year where he struggled throwing the football away and losing yards on first and second down. He is completely wiped that away. He's getting rid of the football when he needs to. He has played absolutely tremendous so far through the course of the season, especially after that first and second game.
Oh, yeah, he's doing a phenomenal job back there in the QB spot. As anyone that knows sports, the quarterback position is a difficult spot to play.
It's the hardest position to play on the field.
You have to have tabs on everything. And, to remain focused and play smart football in instances, as you just saw, to get rid of that football and not, lose yardage, live to fight another down.
Do have flags on the play, just FYI. I just used text talk in a broadcast, FYI.
Congratulations.
LOL. HAHA. That's ha-ha for the fans back there that didn't know what that was. I'm just saying, every time I say HAHA, people look at me like, huh?
Huh?
Huh? They're going to move this one to the 10, actually. And so
push the ball down inside the 10-yard line, and we will replay third down.
They're going to replay third down from the 9. And Atoka just needs to get to the 8-yard line. Handoff, flags. Oh, man. And J.D. Bland was on his way for another touchdown, his, fifth of the year?
Yeah, and absolutely. That play call that they had lined out ready for that one, that was the one right there before they called it dead. So let's see what the penalty markers there are on the flag. I don't know if it's just the spot when they called that play dead.
By the way, my daughter Scarlett just came in here and she used sign language to say I want money. The fact that she knows sign language and she knows what I want money is in sign language is impressive.
Yep, blows my mind.
Third down and 2 for the Wampus Cats. Handoff, Bland. He's caught at the line of scrimmage. That time, Vian knew it was coming. And it'll bring up fourth down with 35 seconds remaining in the first quarter. It is going to be fourth down and about 2 here for the Wampus Cats. And what do you do here? Do you take the points, the 3 points, or do you just go ahead? This is the first opportunity that you've had tonight in the red zone. Do you just take it?
Yeah, go for it. Why not? The momentum is on your side. The offense is clicking. You've got the defense kind of on their heels. You're wearing them out. You're wearing them down.
Couldn't agree more, and I believe Coach Cup says the same thing. It's fourth down and 2. Atoka's going to go for it. 3 seconds. They're going to snap this one off again, JD. No, it's a quarterback keeper, and he's down in the backfield. A loss on the play. Vian's defense all over it, and that will end the first quarter of play. 21-0. Vian on top of the Wampus Cats here in Atoka. As we'll be back, it is the Ion Sports Network on KHKC 102.1 FM.
My name is Dr. Matt Holcomb. I'm the owner of Custom Dental of Atoka. We pride ourselves to always being up to date with the newest in technology and dentistry. Have you ever wondered what it would take to have that smile you've always dreamed of? Come visit us at Custom Dental of Atoka. We'd love to go over that with you. If it's implants, if it's braces, if it's cosmetic dentistry, we'll do whatever it takes to get that smile that you've always hoped for and dreamed of. We love serving people, love serving our community, love serving God. Come see us and see how we can take care of all your dental needs.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner. Experts who have your back. and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
Welcome back to the Ion Sports Network. We have too much fun during breaks up here in the booth. Michael Gabbard, Kalen Nagorski, we're live, second quarter of action. Vian up on top, 21-0 to start the second quarter. Atoka had a chance at points, and 4th down and 2, couple of crazy penalties there. Within the red zone, I really felt killed that drive. I'm struggling today. Really killed that drive, I feel, and Vian was able to capitalize on it, and now not great field position, but they got the ball somewhere around the 10-yard line.
Well, if you're a Wampus Cat, this is exactly where you want them. Back these guys up as far as you can and make them earn it. Don't give them a chance to, for any breakout plays. After watching film all week, I guarantee you they know who those key players are that they're going to have to keep tabs on at all times and not let those guys break free.
Atoka, again, trailing right now, but it's still an early ball game. Start of the second quarter. As we switch sides, the ball will be placed down the middle of the field at the 10-yard line. Shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers out as one to the left, one to the right, and one in motion now. They're going to hand off on an end round to Fletcher. Fletcher cuts upfield past the first down marker, really took off and got to about, I think they're going to mark him down at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, it appeared that number 35, Tristan Coben, with the tackle for the Wampus Cats.
It is enough for a first down.
Yeah, they're going to say he was down at the 20, close to the 27.
I'm going to say that was a touchdown-saving tackle because he was picking up yards like none other.
There was 2 defenders in the back in front of him in that second level, but he had the gap to burn. And so, yes, I agree with you. Big run up the middle, cuts past 1, down to the 50, to the 40, to the 30, to the 25. Touchdown, Vian, Jacob Brankin on a burner from the 27-yard line. And it is a Vian touchdown.
Yeah, I don't know if who did you say scored that one?
It was,
I believe it was number 2, Mason Wright.
Mason Wright. Yeah, you're right. Mason Wright.
Yeah, Mason Wright, the ball carrier there for the Vian Wolverines. Man, that kid's got some speed. As the kick is up, and it is good. Bring your current score here at Atoka with 11 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the second quarter. Vian 23, Atoka 0. 28, I'm sorry. The field goal post is in my way. My apologies.
Yep. We'll be right back here on the Ion Sports Network.
H&L Custom Processing is proud to support the Atoka Wampus Cats. A family-owned business by Gary and Charity Hensley, H&L offers custom processing of wild game as well as local livestock. H&L is USDA certified and makes it a goal to provide excellent service, cleanliness, and up-to-date processing services in their state-of-the-art facility. With immediate openings for beef and pork processing, H&L is here to help get your team ready for tailgating or backyard cookouts this season. Stop by and check out their facility in Colgate or call 580-258-0263 for more information.
Ameris State Bank has been serving southeastern Oklahoma and North Texas for over 100 years. All of our products and services are available both online and in person, serving you in a friendly and professional atmosphere. At Ameris State Bank, you're more than a customer, you're a neighbor and a friend. From checking accounts to real estate loans, we've got you covered. We have 5 locations to serve you in Atoka, Antlers, Hugo, Tishomingo, and Sherman, Texas. Call, come by, or visit our website today at ameristatebank.com. Ameris State Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Wampus Cats take over at, I believe they're going to spot this at the 20-yard line after the kick return. The Wolverines on top 28-0 against the Wampus Cats right now with 11:24 remaining in the second quarter. A lot of factors in this game right now. Poor tackling is one on the defensive side for the Wampus Cats. And they're going to pitch this one. It is a pass down the field. Caught! What a play! Let's go back and take a look at this here.
Man, how about number 7, Wade McCall, getting downfield, feeling the love.
Here's this play. The pass was Ezekiel not Brooks, but Jim Zack, the backup QB, into Wade McCall. Beautifully done.
Yeah, Wade McCall getting in on some offensive action. Love seeing that.
At the end of the play, first down, Wampus Cats.
Coach Cup reaching down into his offensive playbook, giving these Wolverines some things.
Beautifully done.
Getting the momentum back on the Wampus Cats sideline. Getting the Wampus Cats a first down as they come under center in an I formation. They give the handoff to Ezekiel Brooks, and he is going to be met in the backfield for a loss of 2.
Seeing some big plays by the Wampus Cats offensively. They've drove the ball well since the middle of the first quarter. Just yet to put points on the board. Vian's defense again has taken some opportunities handed to them and have capitalized on those penalties there, especially on that last drive by the Wampus Cats.
Yeah, they have been.
Brooks in the backfield. J.D. Bland looking to pass. Defense swarming and coming in. And knocking Peyton Pugh down was Peyton Johnson, the 6-foot senior, 235 pounds. He had a little bit of help there in the backfield. And it is a big loss on the play.
Yeah, number 52, Cash Collins, the 6'3", 220-pound defensive lineman on the assisting tackle as well.
Again, big shout out here to Atoka Public Schools for their job that they're doing here on the video production, helping out with the broadcast. They have done a fantastic job with their video department, the podcast, and everything else.
How about the middle school podcast?
Yeah, that was cool.
That was fantastic.
Cool. Shotgun, no wide receivers or running backs in the backfield. And we've got penalty flags. It's going to go against the Wampus Cats, and so they're going to lose, and that is absolutely just not what you want.
No, you've got to play clean, sound football when you're in these types of positions with teams that are up there, ranked as high as they are. It's just those are mistakes that you just can't afford to make.
There's movement on the line.
LJ getting them straightened out there.
Shotgun. Peyton Pugh nowhere to go with the football and is down. I believe that was Wiley in the backfield, the defensive end for Vian. Tristan Wiley, the 6-foot senior. And it is going to be 4th down and forever for the Wampus Cats.
One thing that I would like to see happen is we've mentioned so much that there is so much talent on this Wampus Cat football team. I'd kind of like to see them sneak Tegan Richardson in there and kind of shuffle him in and out with how well he's been playing so far this season.
Here's the punt. Caught at the 30. Cuts up. And a nice Open field tackle for number 19 of the defense, or the special teams unit, Malachi Brooks. That's a guy they want to see get going here today offensively for the Wampus Cats. Getting it done there on special teams that time and not allowing the breakout play. But that's really been the problem, is Atoka has given up big plays due to the lack, what I feel like was lack of effort maybe in the secondary. Hopefully they get those things, kind of wrapped up here before you end the second quarter.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Mike.
Down by 4 scores at the moment, and nice defensive pursuit.
Handoff goes to the running back, tackled in the backfield.
Was that 89?
89 and number 7, Wade McCall, 89. Son of a gun, I don't have 89 on the roster.
This is the third week, and every updated roster I get doesn't have 89 on there. I'm gonna have to go over to the booth here in just a minute and get that name.
Yeah, that young man deserves some credit.
Yes, he does. Absolutely. Shotgun here for Vian. They're going to look. It's turn around at the 42. Caught. And near side, Brannick picks up enough for the first down and a lot more. That was a huge run, 23 yards to be exact.
So I think that was a broken zone coverage by the defense there, leaving Brannick wide open there in the flats. I think the cornerback had slid into the middle of the field, giving him the opportunity to make that catch.
Looking to pass. This one going deep down the field, wide open, and the ball is dropped at the 20. Wide open and can't bring it in. That time was Drayton Fletcher.
Pass ball is incomplete on first down. That's going to make up second down and 10.
So second down and 10 for Vian with 7:15 remaining still in the first half of play. 28-0 the score. Vian on top. Here's shotgun, handoff up the middle, and breaking free to the 30, past 2 tackles, and dives down to the 20-yard line. Another big run by Mason Wright. He's well over 100 yards tonight.
Yeah, one phenomenal skilled player for the Vian Wolverines is that number 2, Mason Wright. Kid's got some tremendous talent.
A lot of definitely Division II talent here on Vian's team. That's showing here early in the first half. May have a couple of D1 guys on there. Down in the backfield. Nice defensive pursuit, 89.
Tackled in the backfield, number 89, Andres Garcia on the stop.
Andres Garcia.
Let's write that down immediately. Garcia's out there and tearing it up.
By the way, Mom and Dad, if you're listening in and we didn't have that, we do apologize. We do get updated rosters every week. 2 wide receivers sent off to the left. Ball placed far hash. Shotgun formation. Handoff off tackle to the running back. Cuts open field to the 10. We got flags on the field. 5. Touchdown. And I believe this one's going to be coming back.
Down the sideline and into the end zone, but there is a penalty flag on the play.
So we'll see what it is. Usually in that general area, you're going to see holding.
And you're exactly right. That is going to be holding on Vian. So the touchdown will not count, and they are going to back them up 5 yards and give them another shot.
Take a look at a couple of our big plays at halftime, which just a friendly reminder, your halftime show brought to you by Logan and Sons. Whether taking on large commercial landscapers or your own backyard, trust Logan and Sons with a full line of Steel, Hustler, Exmark, and Spartan outdoor power equipment. Follow Logan and Sons on Facebook. Shotgun, 2 wide receivers set right, handoff. Mason once again right, cuts upfield, misses a tackle. 10-5, he's all alone. Touchdown, Vian.
And the handoff goes to the running back up the middle.
Yeah, Trammell with just a real common handoff play to Mason Wright. Mason making his way deep into Wampus Cat territory and putting another 6 points on the board for Vian.
By the way, Mendoza, the kicker here for Vian, the coaching staff talked highly about him and say that he is absolutely just a stud as well. I mean, a lot of talent again here for Vian. Here's the kick. It is up. The hold is good. The kick is good as well. 35-0 as Mendoza knocks in the extra point. Huge run that time by Vian for a big touchdown, and it was none other than Mason Wright for another score. And the Wampus Cats trail 35-0. We'll be back here on KHKC 102.1 FM and the Ion Sports Network in just a minute.
Family Health Center of Southern Oklahoma has some exciting news. Opening this fall, the new location at 457 South Mississippi Avenue in Atoka will open. This large, modern health center will be able to provide comprehensive health care complete with an in-house discount pharmacy, serving all patients, regardless of their ability to pay. Same-day appointments available, accepting insured and non-insured patients alike. Open Monday through Thursday from 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Fridays 7:30 to 11:30 a.m. For more information, visit the current location at 1556 South Virginia Avenue. Family Health Center of Southern Oklahoma. The right team making a difference.
45% of people put off buying life insurance according to industry research. Insuring yourself and your family can help you be more prepared in the event of an illness or a tragic accident. Call your local farmer's agent, Lucinda Holland, and discover coverage options you can tailor to your priorities and budget. To learn more about your coverage options, call Lucinda Holland at 580-889-3745.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Life insurance issued by Farmers New World Life Insurance Company, Bellevue, Washington. Industry research conducted by Lima, and life happens in 2021.
As we come back, there are penalty flags after the kickoff. Vian on top 35-0. Michael Gabbard, Kalen Nagorski on the call here tonight. Big shout out to Steve Welch and his crew helping behind the scenes on the video production. And Vian looking like the number one team in the state. Very, very good football team, well coached, obviously, a lot of speed, and it is 35-0 right now before half.
Yeah, thus far, Vian living up to that, number one spot that they're currently holding. Now, I will say, I think that Atoka can make some adjustments that will slow this down and give them the ability to get in the end zone themselves.
Find a way to keep Mason Wright from hitting the second level, because he has shown that once he hits the second and third level, you are not touching that young man.
No, he's got some tremendous speed.
A great running back here, and Trammell hasn't really had to do a whole lot. Handoff for the Wampus Cats, still pick up some positive yardage, maybe a yard, and it'll bring up second down. Which one was mine? This one right here? My daughter brought me hot chocolate. Can you imagine that? They thought of me for once.
They are some good kids.
Yeah, they're all right, I guess. Too cute, too, man. I'm going to have to put, I don't know, some electrical fencing up or board the windows up before they hit the teens. Shot collars, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll figure that out. Handoff, J.D. Bland, and he is met in the backfield. Well, I say that. He might have gained a yard, and Vian saying it's theirs.
I couldn't see the ball come out.
The officials say otherwise.
Yeah, I had to disagree with when they were jumping up out of that pile, signaling that they had recovered a fumble. I never saw the ball come out.
Again, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. The officials, players wearing pink in honor of it, in awareness. I formation, looking to pass Pugh, looking to go deep down the field to Brooks, and it's caught at the 45-yard line. Wow.
Caught by number 19.
We're going to go back and take a look at that one.
Number 19, Malachi Brooks, coming up with a big reception for the Wampus Cats. As there is a flag down on the field, the referees are discussing something.
Wow.
I'm interested to see what they have to say down there on the field.
Me too. Go back, look at that play one more time.
And they're going to wave those flags off and pick them up. So that is going to be a big pickup on offense with a large catch by Malachi.
6-yard line, first down, Wampus Cats.
Yeah, Malachi Brooks. Pardon me there for a minute. I got turned around. But Atoka with another big breakout play.
Need to get something going offensively. And that will get it done. Malachi Brooks, I brought him up a few minutes ago. They really want him to get going. He is a guy that they feel can make those big plays, just like Prince Coleman. LJ LaFavor, another one of those guys.
Kaiser Mullins
in the backfield and down for a loss and flags. And Riley Ellis throwing Peyton Pugh to the ground. I don't know if
I don't think I can get on board with that call, Mike. I know what they're going to call.
Yeah, roughing the passer. But he's going for the tag. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that.
I think that's just part of the game.
No way. Did they call it on Atoka?
We will find out momentarily. I know if they call roughing the passer, unnecessary roughness, I kind of got to disagree.
Let's go back and look at it real quick. They're having a discussion. Now, to me, I thought he was calling it on Peyton Pugh. Let's see here. He's looking straight at the downed Vian player.
So here's the call. It's going to be a personal foul on Vian.
We'll take the penalty, obviously, but I don't.
Yeah, in no way am I upset, that the call was on Vian by no means. It's just in this sport nowadays, I feel that some of these calls are really arguable, and just me personally speaking, I think that was one. But happy to pick up the penalties, and move us a little bit further down the field.
As we got a timeout call, let's take a look at that. Here's the second contact. Spins him around, going for the tackle, obviously. He's having a hard time throwing him down. Maybe he got him for spinning him around, but I just don't. To me, that's a football play. I know there's going to be some upset Atoka fans with me saying, "Oh, that's a penalty," but I just don't. I don't see it.
Okay, it can be called either way. Just me personally speaking, I really feel that that's just part of the game. It's supposed to be played with aggression.
Can I say this, though?
You may.
After arguing about it for the last 5 minutes, I really don't care. I'm glad Atoka's got the first down. Let's just be honest, but just for the sake of argument. Somebody's alarm going off at the stadium. And we are getting ready for play to start.
So here we are in the second quarter with 3 minutes and 41 seconds remaining. Vian currently on top here in Atoka, 35-0. Your Wampus Cats with the football marching downfield after a penalty and then a timeout taken by Atoka.
They're still having a discussion, too. There's more confusion than anything. Darn.
Michael, correct me if I'm wrong here, but just speaking in terms of, some of the fan base that we have here at the stadium tonight, it appears as if perhaps the McCall Middle School cheerleaders are participating with our high school squad.
Yeah, it looks like a little bit of them, participating. That's awesome.
Always glad to see everyone getting involved and giving them a chance to experience Friday Night Lights.
Shotgun here. Peyton Pugh in the backfield once again, and just where's the line at?
Quarterback Peyton Pugh tackled in the backfield.
Yeah, Vian's throwing the blitzes, and Atoka's not picking the blitz up.
No, and it was number 1, Riley Ellis again.
He's been in the backfield a lot tonight.
Yeah, he's the defensive player that we've been speaking about, that controversial call that happened just moments ago. So Atoka unable to pick him up as he is getting by that offensive line.
3:03 remaining in this first half of play. Throwing down the field. Oh, did he catch it? No, it's in and out of the hands. Malachi Brooks, I thought he had that one.
So close.
Brooks falls incomplete. There is a penalty flag on the play.
So as you may have heard, there's a penalty down on the field. We're awaiting to see what that call will be.
A lot of penalty flags tonight.
It is going to be a holding call against Atoka, so that is going to back them up 5 yards, putting them in a second and a mile.
At the 31-yard line, second down.
Just really unfortunate circumstances right now for Atoka.
2:37 remaining here in the first half. And again, stick around for the halftime show. Still plenty of time in this ball game, but Atoka's got to figure out a way to score some points before the halftime break. Ball is on the floor. Well, the field. And that'll be a loss on the play.
Peyton Pugh falls on the fumbled snap.
Do I see another penalty flag?
No.
Okay. All right. I was about to say, okay, these guys are getting a little bit happy. They might start letting these two teams play.
Yeah, starting to get a little sloppy.
$150 remaining. Clock still running here for the Wampus Cats. 3rd down and 10. 2 wide receivers sent off to the left, 1 to the right. Peyton Pugh, your quarterback. And in the backfield, the defense coming up with another loss on the play. And guess who that was in the backfield? Riley Ellis. He's having a monster game so far just in this first half.
Man, Vian really sending the blitzes here these past 4 or 5 plays. Keeping the Wampus Cats contained.
So a punting formation here. 4th down for the Wampus Cats. They're going to punt this one away. In the backfield, set to return this kick is Mason Wright, who has had a monster game as well. Caught, kicks off to the 40-yard line, and is caught at about the 37. That's number 11 for Vian, Stahl. And good field position here for Vian with 46 seconds remaining.
Punt is caught and returned out across the 40-yard line.
What's going on with that camera? What are they doing? Gotta love it.
Malachi Brooks has had a phenomenal first half. You know, he's made some big-time plays, stepping up, doing what he can.
Shotgun. They're looking to score here. Mason. And it is a good defensive play. I believe knocking that one up was L.J. LaFavor.
Yes, sir.
And that'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
L.J. with a good defensive play. Staying with his receiver, getting a hand in there. Can't give up the big, easy scores.
4 wide receivers set off to the right. Looking to go deep once again. Has a man, and there should be flags on that one.
Yeah.
That's against Atoka.
Yep. Yeah, that's going to be defensive pass interference.
Yeah, but I believe they're going to call that one
on number 5, Javen Keaton. Yeah, Keaton, he had gotten beat there just for a second, and as he was gaining ground on the receiver, he just kind of got all up on him.
Wide receiver stopped, too, to track back the football, and Keaton didn't see the ball in the air. That was just an unfortunate one. That's the hard one for you to get right.
It is. It is. You know, going back many moons ago, I can remember as a cornerback, that is a difficult thing to remember, is that you've got to be looking back for the ball.
And it is a screen play to the right side. Caught at up to the 10, in for the score, but there's flags on the field, and I think this one's going to be coming back.
Yeah, number 9, Kaiser Mullins was back there defending as the Wolverines are trying to get another score in here before halftime.
Against the Wolverines.
So there was a penalty on the field that is going to be holding on the Wolverines. That's going to back them up.
Following the penalty.
As we have 26 seconds left here on the clock, right before half. Vian really throwing every receiver out there.
Again, a passing play, caught short, and no, it's bobbled.
Pass across the middle falls incomplete.
He was making the football move as he was trying to haul that one in, and so that one is going to be incomplete. 2nd down, 20. Did the clock start? It shows 26 seconds still on the clock.
Yeah, no. Well, to answer your question, no, the clock did not start. It should have started. There should be some time ran off there, but
I think it was at 20. I don't know. I felt like that it was at 26 when that play hit. Shotgun again. 1 wide receiver set off in the backfield. 2 wide receivers set left and right. Ball down in the middle of the field. Trammell looking to go to the left side of the field, and it is caught. A huge hit and still hauls it in. It was Jacob Brannick on the reception. And I think Malachi Brooks came in and made a big hit on Brannick, but he held on to the football.
Zach Jim, number 11,
was it
coming
Jim?
in. Yeah, coming in there with a big stick. You really like to see that from a defensive player.
By the Wolverines.
Ball is at the 3-yard line. You know, that's what Zach Jim and Malachi Brooks, they've had some big plays on the defensive side of the ball. You know, Wade McCall has tried to get some things going right now, but
yeah, you know, Wade McCall had that big offensive reception.
Yeah. Yeah, we can go back and look at that too if you would like.
That was a good play. Absolutely. Pull it up. Let's see it. I know our viewers would like to see it as well.
I say that.
Just briefly wanted to reiterate to show our appreciation to the Atoka AV crew that's doing a great job with the cameras and their production setup and helping get film of this football game here. Much appreciated, and our hats off goes out to them.
Look at a run.
As Vian
up the middle.
Handoff goes to the running back.
Hands it off to number 2, Mason Wright, and they are in for another touchdown right before halftime.
We'll go back and look at those plays here in just a bit.
Mason Wright having one heck of a game this far here in the first half.
Looking to throw.
That's going to be incomplete.
17 seconds left in the first half. Your score, Vian 41.
So as Michael tries to
0.
pull up that play, we're going to take a quick break with 17 seconds left on the clock. Vian Wolverines up here to Atoka 41-0. Coming right back here on 102.1 KHKC and the Ion Sports Network.
At D&H Tires, all they do is rims and tires. That means when you buy from D&H, you're getting the best deal from experts that know. Cars, trucks, SUVs, even ag equipment. If it needs rubber to roll, then you need D&H Tires. The best deals on tires and rims in Atoka and Cole County. So hurry into D&H Tires, 309 South Mississippi in Atoka, and follow D&H Tire on Facebook for their ever-changing specials. D&H Tires, tires for everyone's budget.
A community bank is far more than just a bank that offers the services such as online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and loans that fit your needs. A community bank invests in the community it serves. Your phone call will be answered by local people you already know and will make you feel welcome by greeting you as you enter the lobby. At Shamrock Bank, we effectively combine convenient banking technology with people you know and trust. It really is the people that make the difference. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, and we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
That's where the Wampus Cats
all right, 12.6 seconds remaining here in the first half of play. Vian on top, 41-0 against the Wampus Cats. We'll have some halftime scores going on around our district. And again, our halftime show will be brought to you in part by Logan and Sons. Coming up here in just a few minutes. I formation, 12 seconds. I think Atoka is probably just going to run the clock out on this one. But we'll talk about some much-needed adjustments for the Wampus Cats. They hand this one off and is up to about the 35, couple yards on the gain, and clock runs down 5, 4, 3. That will end the first half of play. And again, Vian on top of the Wampus Cats at home. It is the Ion Sports Network. We've got more coming up. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming out tonight to support the Just Cure It game. This game benefits cancer patients at Mercy Hospital.
Since 1971, Westside Family Dentistry has been committed to enhancing the natural beauty and function of your smile while improving your oral and overall health. Using state-of-the-art technology, our friendly staff will take care of all your needs, from routine care, crown and bridge, implants, and even orthodontics, including Invisalign. Westside Family Dentistry is the premier choice to create beautiful, healthy smiles for the whole family.
At D&H Tires, all they do is rims and tires. That means when you buy from D&H, you're getting the best deal from experts that know. Cars, trucks, SUVs, even ag equipment. If it needs rubber to roll, then you need D&H Tires. The best deals on tires and rims in Atoka and Cole County. So hurry into D&H Tires, 309 South Mississippi in Atoka, and follow D&H Tire on Facebook for their ever-changing specials. D&H Tires, tires for everyone's budget.
This is Eric Studeville, inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
And that's the Steubenville way.
Steubenville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and SteubenvilleChevrolet.com.
And Steubenville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka, and SteubenvilleFord.net.
The Steubenville family of dealerships,
proudly serving you and your communities.
Brown's Funeral Service in Atoka, Colgate, Durant, and Medill are proud to be a part of the communities they serve. Since 1994, Brown's Funeral Service has proudly supported nonprofits, police and fire departments, local military members, and area schools. The staff at Brown's Funeral Service takes great pride in these endeavors because they realize it's more than being in business. It's about being a thread in the fabric of our community. Brown's Funeral Service, where service begins but never ends.
The RX shop is now under new ownership. Jason and Sedana Lanig and their 2 daughters are longtime residents of Caney and are looking forward to continuing the same great service for you and your family. They're excited for this opportunity to serve our community and invite you to let them help you with your healthcare needs. Call 580-889-3331, 580-889-3331, or come by 872 West 13th Street in Atoka. RX Shop thanks you for shopping local.
A community bank is far more than just a bank that offers the services such as online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and loans that fit your needs. A community bank invests in the community it serves. Your phone call will be answered by local people you already know and will make you feel welcome by greeting you as you enter the lobby. At Shamrock Bank, we effectively combine convenient banking technology with people you know and trust. It really is the people that make the difference. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, and we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
Ritter Express Pharmacy in Atoka has been serving as your local hometown team. Since 1972, the Ritter family has been dedicated to your health and well-being. Now with the 3rd generations in pharmacy school and medical school, they are continuing to strive to bring the latest in healthcare innovation to our community. They understand life is busy and have 2 convenient drive-through windows and are well known for their fast and friendly service. Ritter Express Pharmacy is very appreciative of the support of the community over the last 50 years and will continue to work hard and evolve to earn your business. If you need free delivery, a vaccination, a wheelchair, a brace, specialty compounding, a unique request, or just good medical advice you can trust from people that care and are invested in the community, then Ritter Express Pharmacy has you covered. Choose Ritter Express Pharmacy. Experience the personalized care you deserve. Ritter Express Pharmacy is your trusted partner in health.
Welcome back into KHKC 102.1 FM. It is the Ion Sports Network. We are at halftime right now. Brought to you by Logan & Sons. Roaming the neighborhood or the back 40. Do it in an Intimidator UTV or an MV crossover. Test drive one today at Logan & Sons in Atoka. It is halftime. It is 41-0 right now. Vian on top. And a lot of that has to do with the defense of Vian and just quite honestly the speed offensively of Vian as we look at some of the plays from the first half here in just a few minutes. It is one of those games that it has been a struggle for Atoka. They're trying to figure out a way to put up points here in this first half, but just unsuccessful so far. So we will hopefully see a change coming in the 3rd quarter for the Atoka Wampus Cats. But right now we've got Vian's band out on the field, doing a fantastic job. Looking at some of the first plays of the game, Vian started off with one play on the 45-yard line for a 45-yard run and TD for Wright. That gave Vian that first score. Atoka punted on all of their possessions so far except for one in the red zone where Atoka had the ball at the 2-yard line, weren't able to get in due to some penalties and things. Vian capitalized on it. So Atoka has had some opportunities to score in this game. Just the unfortunate events, if you will, and the combination of Vian's defense doing their part has prevented Atoka and scoreless through 2 quarters with a score of 41-0.
Yeah, thus far, it's been a pretty one-sided ball game when you look at the scoreboard, but I feel that there's so much talent on the Atoka team that there could be more effort being put out in our secondary when it comes to the tackling. I think the tackling could probably improve just a little bit, but the guys are doing a tremendous job, in my opinion. I think they're playing hard, and they're still focused in on what they're trying to do and achieve the best outcome possible.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm going back and looking at some plays right now. I'm having a hard time pulling them up. We'll take a look at a couple of them. This one was supposed to be one of the big ones by Prince Coleman where the flag was thrown. And Prince Coleman, a fantastic game, but again, 0 points on the board.
I know Wade McCollum got his number called on offense, making a good play, picking up some big passing yards. So always good to see something new coming out of the playbook there. But, all in all, I really feel that the Wampus Cats are doing a great job. It's just there's bits and pieces that are missing, and there's been some mistakes that have been made that's, just led to where we're currently at.
One of the big things, line of scrimmage right now. Vian is winning the battle.
There's one thing that you could say that is positive for the Wampus. I believe it was on their second offensive drive, perhaps maybe their third, where they were starting to wear into that D line a little bit. I mean, they pushed them. Oh my gosh, they probably pushed them 70 yards down the field. Malachi Brooks was picking up 4 yards a carry, so he was stacking rushing yards at that point. Just the talent and the skill level that is on this football team, I think that they've got so much left in the tank to make something happen.
Listen, I'm not going to sit here and just be homer, Atoka. There's still opportunity. I mean, to get back in this, they've got to play perfect football in the second half. You're down 41-0. Is it possible? Yes. Vian put up 41 points on us in the first half. I'm not saying Atoka couldn't do it. They've got the talent to it, but they've got to figure out a way to win the battle at the line of scrimmage. And if they're not able to do that, it's going to be a long night in the second half as well. I mean, that's just how it's going to be. And I think there in the first half, we talked about this a little bit in regards to how am I going to word this? Lack of effort I felt in that first half in the secondary in regards to Vian's speed. But with that being said, they cleaned that up in the second quarter. And then now getting late into the second quarter, I felt like the secondary did a better job. But it was the offensive line where they gave up sack here, sack there. And a lot of that were big plays by Riley Ellis.
Yeah, that and the play calling was starting to stretch that play call clock as well. I was seeing that play clock get really close to taking a delay of game, and there were some silly penalties that we incurred. We had an offsides, and we might have had a delay of game. I don't know if we did or not. I'm not going to say that we did without confirming that.
Yes.
But
no, it wasn't a delay of game. It was offsides.
Just some silly mistakes that when you're playing a team that is sitting in the number one spot in the district here in your house, you got to crank it up. You've got to find something deep down within to pull it to the next level and go out there and play with heart and try and win this football game.
When you have more fans, too, show up to the Morris game than you do their home game against Vian. I'm sorry, that it does upset me. I know there's things going on in Atoka. It's OU Texas weekend. Some people are going, out to the game and this and that, but it's a big game, and you want to have fan support. And there are fans in the stands. I'm not saying there's not fans in the stands, but it is the smallest fan base that I've seen this year after winning 2 straight games in district play and being tied for that number one spot in district play. And the fans play a big part in the success that you have on the field because you feel like your fan base is backing you. that extra noise can really generate momentum out in the field, whether you believe it or not. It makes a difference. And I'm not saying the lack of fan base is the reason why Atoka is losing this game at the moment. I'm just saying with all the little details piled in, I would definitely put that as one of the several reasons why Atoka is trailing right now. But again, line of scrimmage is a big factor on that. Vian, they're just a really good football team.
They're highly talented. I mean, we've said it several times this evening. You're not in the number one spot without a big reason. And thus far, they're proving why they're sitting at number one.
We're going to take a quick break here on KHKC 102.1 FM. We'll get back to some more halftime coverage. And again, your halftime show brought to you by Logan & Sons. Whether taking on large commercial landscapers or your own backyard, trust Logan & Sons with a full line of Stihl, Hustler, Exmark, and Spartan outdoor power equipment. Follow Logan & Sons on Facebook.
AmeriState Bank has been serving southeastern Oklahoma and North Texas for over 100 years. All of our products and services are available both online and in person, serving you in a friendly and professional atmosphere. At AmeriState Bank, you're more than a customer. You're a neighbor and a friend. From checking accounts to real estate loans, we've got you covered. We have 5 locations to serve you in Atoka, Antlers, Hugo, Tishomingo, and Sherman, Texas. Call, come by, or visit our website today at AmeriStateBank.com. AmeriState Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Brown's Funeral Service in Atoka, Colgate, Durant, and Medill are proud to be a part of the communities they serve. Since 1994, Brown's Funeral Service has proudly supported nonprofits, police and fire departments, local military members, and area schools. The staff at Brown's Funeral Service takes great pride in these endeavors because they realize it's more than being in business. It's about being a thread in the fabric of our community. Brown's Funeral Service, where service begins but never ends.
Your pregame show is brought to you by Texoma Chevy Dealers. This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. Find your summer adventure and bring along everyone you love. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
This is Eric Studeville, inviting you to buy the Studeville way.
Whether you're looking for open roads
Or you like them built tough,
there is only one way to buy your vehicle.
and that's the Studeville way.
Studeville Chevrolet, 851 Westside Drive in Durant, and StudevilleChevrolet.com.
And Studeville Ford, 1601 South Mississippi in Atoka, and StudevilleFord.net.
The Studeville family of dealerships,
Proudly serving you and your communities.
When it rains, it pours, so it's important for you to get the coverage that meets your needs. Farmers Insurance agent Lucinda Holland can help you understand your options so you can prepare for what the forecast brings. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. Learn more by calling agent Lucinda Holland at 580-889-3744 to find out how she can help you protect the things that matter most to you. That's Lucinda Holland.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
KHKC 102.1 FM. It is the Ion Sports Network. We are live on location at Atoka Wampus Cats Stadium. It is halftime, 41-0. The Atoka band out on the field right now. And by the way, we do record the game without the audio. I know I go back and look at some of the comments on the game. Stop talking, can't hear the band. Well, we do a halftime show, so I can't do that. But we do take this audio and we post it to the Atoka YouTube page, so you will be able to go back and listen to the band without the commentary. So that gives you a couple of extra options out of that. Kurt Keaton, what's going on, man? Thank you for saying we're doing a great job. We try to do our best for the fans of Atoka, and not just Atoka, but the surrounding areas, and for the teams that, visit or we visit too. We try to keep it down the middle just to make sure that no fans feel left out. But again, it is halftime right now. Atoka up 41-0. A big game in district play. We'll take a look at some of the district games going on in the area right now as you're looking at 2A2 football. Wilburton and Spiro at halftime. Wilburton on top of Spiro right now. They're on a 25-game losing streak right now with an opportunity to win against another 0-4 team in Spiro, who, by the way, used to have great football back in the day.
They were doing pretty well there for quite a while. for many years.
Wilburton on top right now at half, 30-29, so that one a close game. Another big matchup in 2A2 football. Holdenville, the number 5 team in 2A2, is playing number 9 Beggs. And right now, Holdenville is up 24-0 on the number 9 team in the state. Davis, the number 4 team, is blowing out Tishomingo 42-0. Let's take a look at a couple of others. Salina is on top of Keys, 20-14. You've got Hennessy up 21-7 against Meeker at half. Colgate right now losing to Community Christian, which that score is 38-6. And that is a big one. Community Christian 1-3. Again, it is a private school, so you take that for what you will. And let's see here. Morris Antlers on top after Morris was up 6-3 or 6-0. Morris trailing now 28-6 at the half.
Boy, that switched gears fast.
Yeah, it really did. It really did. And then that big game here at the top of the district. Henrietta right now on top of Valiant, 26-13.
That was the score I was just fixing to ask you about.
Yep. So looking at the district standings right now, Vian on top, and with Atoka and Valiant, those 3 are tied. And, of course, we'll have changes to that next week depending on how the rest of the games. Surely Atoka will fall there to probably the middle of the pack with a loss, if that's the case. Same thing for Vian. As there's still some teams. I mean, the teams you really have to compete with right now, Henrietta, which is 2-0 as well, but they sit at 28 points opposed to 30 that the top 3 do. So you've got 4 teams that are undefeated right now in district play. Vian and Atoka and Valiant at the top with Henrietta with those 28 points, but you'll see some changes and some mix-ups with that if Henrietta does indeed beat Valiant and Vian beats Atoka.
Yeah, there's still a lot of football left to play. I mean, there's things that can still take place.
Again, our halftime show brought to you by Logan & Sons. Whether taking on large commercial landscapers or your own backyard, trust Logan & Sons with a full line of Steel, Hustler, Exmark, and Spartan outdoor power equipment. Follow Logan & Sons on Facebook. First half. We talked about the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about the big plays by Prince Coleman, Peyton Pugh. Those two
Wade
had
McCall.
Some really good hookups. Wade McCall, Zach Jim with a beautiful throw out to
Zach Jim's been busy too. Let's not
Wade
forget
McCall.
about him.
He's done it on the offensive side. He's done it on the defensive side as well with some big hits. And Atoka has had a couple of opportunities to score points tonight, just haven't been able to get it done right now. So we'll see how that plays out here in the second half. The one thing Atoka needs to do here in the second half is find a way to move the football on the ground. If you're not able to move the football on the ground right now, the way that Vian's defensive line is just shredding the offensive line with different blitzing styles. I mean, they've done a great job. They've got a lot of size. You got to figure a way to get the ball out of Peyton Pugh's hands a little bit quicker.
I think Peyton at times has had good. He's had good protection, but if you had to rate the performance as a whole, I think we're probably sitting at about a C-. Truthfully and honestly. Now, there was a drive there where Atoka was clicking. Their offense they were humming. They had everything under control. Things were going their way. So they've already proved that they can move the ball against this Vian football team. And I think that's what they need to go back to coming out of the second half as they are set to receive the football once they do take the field.
Did you say Peyton Pugh's a C-?
No.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, because I thought he's played very well.
No, Peyton's played exceptionally well. I thought that his...
Hold on. Let's go down to the field real quick. We'll come back to that.
And I got to go with Dr. Karch and meet with Kenneth Korn, the director of the USDA, to receive this check. Now, he gave it to me, but the real beneficiaries of this money is our students here at Atoka Public Schools. We're going to use this to help invest in our telecommunications equipment, new equipment in all classrooms in high school and middle school, including the new addition that's going to be built next year. So it is my pleasure to present this check to our student body for $654,000.
Wow.
How about that?
To Atoka Public School.
Wow.
Good for them. That's some exciting news.
Over $500,000.
Yeah, congratulations to them.
Bray did a lot of work on that, by the way. He is taking
Let's hear
zero
for the
credit.
students here at Atoka Public School, y'all. They're going to get some cool stuff over the course of the next 3 years. This is going to be an amazing opportunity for our student body to really get
Just
some
wonderful things
cool equipment and help us
for
out
things to come here in Atoka with that money being
Thank you to the USDA.
donated.
Director Kenneth Horn. Thank you all. We'll see y'all next time.
You know, Bray has done such a fantastic job, and Atoka Public Schools as a whole has done an amazing job, you know, with bringing new things to the community, to the children of the community. You know, we started off with a new football field, which, by the way, has just been outstanding. They host collegiate soccer games here on the field. They host state track meets, all types of different things. You know, the ability to play soccer now, football is, you know, above. When people come to the Atoka's football stadium, they go, wow, this is in 2A. It is, they have given, and not even that, but they brought in other things, you know, like esports and other programs, a video department now, which has been great, that is helping with us, and they've just done a fantastic job.
Yeah, it's always exciting to see things coming to the area that helps the community. Nonetheless, that, you know, helps our children that attend Atoka Public Schools. But, you know, mentioning, as you previously said, hosting soccer games and several other activities that you just mentioned, it does bring revenue to Atoka, so it helps the city as a whole.
We are starting the third quarter of play now here on KHKC 102.1 FM. Thank you for watching and listening today.
Yeah, we always appreciate all of our viewers and listeners that tune in to tonight's broadcast to watch Atoka Athletics.
Is Kingslayer 19 your son?
Yes, sir.
He's on the broadcast saying we're doing a great job, so thank you.
Well, shout out to Colt Nagorski.
Thank you, thank you. It's funny. Kingslayer.
I was kind of a fan of his other screen name.
What was it again?
It was Spaghetti Tosser. Not
like,
sure
what does that even mean?
Not sure where it came from, but it was very comical.
41-0 is the score. 12 minutes on the clock to start the third quarter of action. Atoka will receive the football since they kicked off to start the game, and Vian set to kick here in the opening of the third quarter of action. Michael Gabbard, Kalen Nagorski on the broadcast, formerly known as the Polish God of Thunder.
Your Majesty.
And the ball is caught at the 10-yard line up to the 30. Big yardage down at about the 34, and that is where Atoka will take over. A nice pickup and run for the Wampus Cats on the kickoff return by Malachi Brooks. And Atoka trotting out on the offensive side of the field, trying to put up their first scoring drive of the night.
Yeah, man, Malachi's been doing a good job this evening on the offensive side of the ball. He's been receiving kickoffs. He's had several catches for positive yardage on offense. Doing a fantastic job.
Ball will be placed on the near side hash. Peyton Pugh under center. J.D. Bland in the backfield. Ezekiel Brooks in the backfield as well at tailback. They want to see him get going here in the second half, and now we've got a timeout called by the Wampus Cats. Confusion
by the Wampus Cats.
And were they short a man out on the field? I think they were. I think they only had 10 out there.
Yeah, Coach Cup isn't going to be happy about that at all.
Having to burn a fast timeout.
No, that's not something that you want to do.
By the way, I found 89 on the roster He was mixed in with 50.
You're kidding me.
Nope, not at all. They did update it.
Well, Garcia has been the man in action this evening, and he has been doing a wonderful job out there on the football field, tearing it up on defense.
I hate when they do that, though. And 50, 89, I guess he rotates numbers. Just a sophomore, 6 foot, 200 pounds.
Yeah, well, for a sophomore, he's playing strong football.
I formation once again. One wide receiver set off to the far side. And they're going to hand this one off to Brooks. And in the backfield, again, it's been the two same defensive players, Peyton Johnson and Riley Ellis, that have been in the backfield all night long. They have got to figure out a way to stop those two. You go into the halftime trying to make those adjustments, and the first play of the second half, they get into the backfield and get you for a loss.
Yeah, you know that was a topic of discussion there at halftime, and thus far they haven't succeeded in picking those guys up.
See if they make any adjustments here. I formation once again. Wide receiver is rotated to the near side, and we'll see a couple of positive yards there on this play, and I believe that was a J.D. Bland on the run from the fullback position. It'll be second down and about 10. Are they going to place this right at the line of scrimmage? Second down and 9. Third down and 9.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
So I formation once again, and Vian stacking the line, looking to pass, going deep down the sidelines, and it is almost caught in and out of the hands of the intended wide receiver. It was going for Kaiser Mullins. He had his hands on it, just couldn't wrap it in. It was tight coverage to the outside as well, as Fletcher was there to help break that one up.
Yeah, Kaiser Mullins so close to hauling that in, bobbling it off his fingertips. Was a beautiful pass by Peyton Pugh, laying it in there exactly where it needed to be to give Mullins the opportunity to get his hands on it.
So a punting formation for the Wampus Cats. 8:27 to go here in the third quarter. Atoka has burned close to those 4 minutes off the clock, 3.5. But you don't really want to burn too much time. You're down 41-0. And the punt, it is a short punt, takes an Atoka bounce to the 39, and that is where Vian will start off for their first offensive possession of the second half.
You know, special teams is one area that we haven't really touched on this evening. I think special teams has been doing pretty darn good. Could probably do a little bit better.
Hadn't really had, outside of a couple of those punts, they really haven't had the opportunity at, special teams plays. But when they have had some success, which is definitely a positive, because that has been something that Coach Cup has worked on in the last 3 to 4 weeks on those special teams, because they have had some lapses there in the opening games. But so far tonight, you are right, they have played much better. Shotgun here by Vian, up 41-0. They're going to hand this one off, push for good yardage, picks up about 4, maybe 5 on the gain, and that'll bring up second down here for Vian with 7:20 remaining on the clock as it continues to tick down. Atoka had to burn that early timeout there to open up this quarter, so they've got 2 timeouts remaining for this second half of play. Vian still with 3, and with the football, they're going to call this one they gave him 5 yards on the gain, so second down and 5. Shotgun, ball down the middle of the field, one wide receiver sent off to the right. They're going to hand off tackle, punches his way towards the 50-yard line, the far side corner, and goes out of bounds, and will be enough to move the chains in a little more as Vian pushes the ball past the 50 and into Atoka territory.
Yeah, Zach Jim chasing him down there for the Wampus Cats, along with several others there to assist.
You know, we talk about the stadium here at Atoka when we go on the road. It's a little bit of a culture change in a bit because there's not a lot of teams in 2A who have facilities like this, which isn't too bad of a thing, but as your first year in broadcasting, you kind of noticed the trend.
Yeah, it's something else.
In the backfield. I couldn't tell if that was 88 on the stop.
88.
It was 88. That is Robert Ingram.
Tackled near the 45-yard line.
Getting in and helping make the stop. He was the initial tackler. 5:38 to go here in the third. Shotgun once again here for the Wampus Cats, or for Vian, sorry. Looking to pass, rolls out, caught, 8-yard pickup, and is pushed out of bounds. On the tackle for the Wampus Cats was number 5, Javen
Keaton. That's going to bring up third down for the Wolverines.
Keaton have a pretty good football game this evening.
Yeah, he's done a really good job. He's been kind of all over the place.
We've called his name several times.
He has for the majority of the season as well. I mean, he's done a great job. He's one of those guys that's come in, you know, didn't have his number called too much last season, and he stepped into his role, and he's played phenomenal this year. And they're going to actually say that previous play was short of the first down, but I believe they pick up the first down right here. And so now they'll spot this ball
down to the 35-yard line.
at the 35.
And that'll be enough for a first down for the Wolverines.
Shout out again to Atoka Public Schools and the students that are working on video production and things for these games. And again, they upload a lot of this. They've got podcasts for the middle school, the high school, more than just sports podcasts. They've got all types of conversations. Passing play, caught, 5-yard pickup, gains some yak yardage down to about the 27-yard line, and they are close to that first down marker by about a yard, and a chance and a first down opportunity right here again for Vian.
Yeah, so exciting to see the kids get involved in something that they enjoy, that it could potentially turn into a career that they would want to pursue, and whether it be video production or, just audio, anything of that matter.
Yeah, and this is just year one. The things that they are doing in year one under this new video department, I mean, is pretty remarkable. Again, led by William Bray and Steve Welch, who has done a fantastic job. First down run here by Vian, and that's to Wright, who has had a phenomenal night in Atoka. Well over 100 yards rushing. I'd venture to say somewhere around 160 right now.
Yeah, he's picked up several yards this evening. He's just one of those athletes that has a knack for keeping his eyes upfield and being a strong athlete.
It seems like every time he touches the football, he is in the Wampus Cats secondary. And another handoff, this time Fletcher up to the 10. Good block outside. Atoka trying to capitalize after shredding one block, but still they're going to call this one inside at about the 3-yard line. So a nice pickup, first down, and 3 yards to go for a touchdown.
Yeah, Vian threatening again here to put another 6 points on the board. It's going to be 2nd and 3. The clock is continuing to run with 2:09 here in the third quarter as Vian comes up
quick
to the line of scrimmage. And they're going to hand it off. And it looks as if he's going to be stopped just shy of the goal line. Let's see who is in on that tackle. Number 20 popped up off the ground. We'll give some credit to number 20, Case Shores, the defensive end.
Here in just a few minutes, we'll talk a little bit about OU Texas this weekend. Big game in college football. Southeastern on the road this weekend. Talk about that a little bit here in just a bit. Handoff, 3 yards, and a touchdown for Fletcher.
Bounced outside into the end zone for the touchdown.
So another touchdown drive for the Vian Wolverines. And yeah, they definitely look the part of the number 1 team in the States. You got to give them credit.
So far playing the role.
They have executed on all 3 phases in this game: special teams, defense, offense. They have made big plays on every side, and with that, they've got a 47-point lead over the Wampus Cats. Here is the kick. It is up. It is good. And that was Mendoza on the extra point, who has been perfect tonight. And it's 48-0. We'll keep it right here for a few minutes, as we've already hit a lot of our breaks. OU Texas coming up this weekend.
Let's talk about it.
Who you got?
I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I think Texas is going to win.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the number 1 team in the country. Oklahoma has looked better under Michael Hawkins Jr., who, by the way, has just been phenomenal. He looks like he is going to be that guy moving forward. You hate that it wasn't, the high anticipation that they had for Jackson Arnold, but he has looked the part. But again, the struggles on the offensive line for the Oklahoma Sooners. The defense has spent the majority of every game out on the field. You know, when you look at the amount of time that they have played on the field versus their offense, the defense has been out there 2/3 of every game. The offense has just not been able to move drives. They've been terrible on 3rd down. I think Texas wins this one, but I do believe it's going to be closer than predicted in the predictions that they have on ESPN.
Oh, no doubt it's going to be a battle for sure. I just think right now, from what I've seen thus far from Oklahoma's performance, I just don't know if they have enough gas in the tank to make it all the way through the end of the 1st quarter to pick up that W.
You know what's interesting, too, is the fact that when you compare statistically the stats between the 2 defenses, Texas is ranked higher than Oklahoma, but Oklahoma's defense, again, has spent the majority of time. They haven't had a chance to go to the sidelines after getting off on a 4th down and getting a drink of water before they're already back on the field. So it's been kind of one of those years for the Sooners. So, yeah, I've got Texas winning that game. We got a kick, and it is up, caught at the 25, up to the 30, to the 35 before being down to around the 36-yard line. A nice pickup and good field position here for the Wampus Cats to get things started off. Zach Jim on the return, and the Wampus Cats will get the football at the 36-yard line with 11:40 still remaining in this game.
Yeah, I think with some of those polls that are out there, I sometimes I just have to disagree, with some of the things that I see on television, and that's nothing but a matter of personal opinion, and it doesn't matter. Well, when you say that Texas has the number 1 ranked defense.
No. I'm not saying they. I'm saying overall, statistically, Texas is better on paper.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry. I misunderstood you.
Yeah, they're better. Now, they're great on defense. Don't get me wrong. They've got maybe one of the best defensive lines in all of the SEC. Handoff here to Ezekiel Brooks, and he is down in the backfield for a loss on the play. But the Sooners, a lot of talent out. Their 4 top wide receivers out for this game. Yeah, as it has been that way all season long. I believe they've got Burks, who is out, unfortunately. He was the transfer in that they had high hopes for, and just, big hit a couple games ago against Auburn, and he'll be out for this game as well. I formation, and it is a toss out to Brooks, who looks like he may have a little bit of room. He has to get past one defender. Instead goes backwards and then is downed at the line of scrimmage.
Toss play to number 10, Ezekiel Brooks.
I think they're going to spot this just a little bit on the forward progress past where the initial line of scrimmage was.
Yeah, Brooks trying to bounce it out to that far side of the field and appeared to look like he was fixing to pick up a whole lot of yardage and made the decision to cut back in. Then was met by a whole lot of Wolverines.
You know, once you hit that outside gap, sometimes with that size, you just have to try to punch it inside a little bit more. Trying to get past a couple of tackles. And look at the defense swarm there for Vian. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys in the vicinity. As, you know, Vian's defense, I mean, what do you say? Vian's defense came out to play tonight.
I say when you're watching film, that's what you want to see. You want to see hats on the football, and that's what Vian's doing. They're playing sound football tonight.
Atoka has not been able to establish the running game tonight. Vian, a big part of the reason to that. And Atoka now set up in a punting formation once again. 8:50 remaining in the game. Vian with a 48-0 lead here in the fourth. And here's the punt. It is up. It is a short one, goes out of bounds. I think they're going to call this one maybe at the 39-yard line is where it went out. Yeah, that's where they're spotting up. Ooh, I had that one perfect.
Nailed it.
Hey, you know what? I haven't had any problems tonight. Last week was kind of a rough week for me. All right, I'm going to say it because you told me not to. Vertigo stinks. It's the worst thing in the world.
That was a safe word.
That's my safe word, vertigo.
No, it is a condition that it really does stink. I've known
it's been terrible, man.
Several people that have experienced it, and it's not a laughing matter.
No, it's
none
not.
whatsoever.
It's definitely something I've struggled with for 2 weeks now, and it's slowly starting to go away. But today hasn't really given me. What was funny is yesterday I went and played basketball with my daughter. No issues whatsoever. But the minute I started walking into the house, it's like it instantly hit. I'm just like, you got to be kidding me.
That may just be a sign of old age, Mike.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Could be. 40-yard line at the painted numbers, pushes his way to the 50, down to the 49 into Atoka territory, and a nice run there by Vian. Number 4 this time, Tristan Wiley, the senior, standing at 6 foot tall and 200 pounds. Plays a lot of tight end and defensive back for the, or defensive end for the Vian Wolverines. You know, looking at the remainder of Vian's schedule, too, you know, they have an opportunity to really run the table. You get past Atoka, you got a tough one against Henrietta, but then you get Wilburton, Morris, and Valiant.
Well, the Valiant game may be one to keep an eye on right there at week 10.
Definitely a chance to run the table, though.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Yeah, the second half of their schedule is playing in their favor right now.
Valiant, you know, we'll take a look at Valiant too. Valiant this year, they are 2-3 on the year. They go on and defeat Spyro by a score of 62-14. They've got a close one here with Henrietta right now with the 2-3 on the year. I don't think that one will necessarily be a tough one. They've kind of had an easy schedule, but you got a run here, left side up to the 50, down to the 40, dives in, trying to get that extra yardage, and we got flags on the play.
Number 35, Christian Coben on the tackle for Atoka.
You know, I didn't think Rush Springs was really good. I love their head coach, though, Tim Beard. For Rush Springs, but Rush Springs 3-2 on the year, and Valiant fell to them by a score of 12-0. You know, they started off with 3 straight losses there in the tough games against Idabel, who is a very good team. Hugo, they lost 22-14. They had 2 wins against Antlers and Spyros, 2 teams that are struggling here in districts. So, you know, with a score of, you know, against Henrietta tonight, 34-13. Henrietta rolling in that one right now in the third since it was last updated. I don't know, man. I could see that Henrietta game being the tough one for Vian, depending on how that one goes, and then Vian ultimately running through the rest of the district.
Yeah, Henrietta and possibly Valiant. I don't know at this point.
Sweep goes near side to the 50, up to the 45, down at about the 36-yard line. I think they're going to call this one the 37.
Play goes down the sideline. Tackle made by number 20, Case Shores.
Atoka's schedule right now,
out across the 40-yard
4:37 remaining. And by the way, that's going to do it, in regards to the game. Vian's going to go on and win this one. But Atoka, looking at the rest of their schedule, pull this up real quick.
I know we've got Valiant next week,
Spyro. Next week, that's an opportunity to win right there. Spyro Antlers, another opportunity. The tough one we're going to have is that final game in district play against Henrietta. If Atoka does the things that they need to do, they should be able to win the next few games against Valiant, Spyro, and Antlers. So, you look at the record right now, they're 2-3. They'll move to 2-4 after this game. But, they could easily sit here with, again, another win, bring them to 3-4, 4-4, 5-4. You have an opportunity to be 6-4 on the year.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But you got to get past that Henrietta game. It's setting up pretty easy to get that, as far as it looks right now, to get that third spot. Another rushing play here by Vian up to the 30, down to about the 26-yard line.
My goodness, they're wearing out that toss sweep.
Yep.
Toss play is bounced to the outside. Tackles made by number 11.
Toss sweep left, toss sweep right.
But that is enough for another first down for the Wolverines.
A lot of games to be played here in districts.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see as, we get past the next couple weeks is what we may anticipate the season looking like.
Looking at the comments here on the live chat, Jason Elbon, if you will, trying to keep it appropriate. It is a school broadcast. We don't want to have anybody blocked and unable to watch the game, so I'm just throwing that out there. That's not my call. So just be careful on the things that you say. There are kids that are watching this broadcast. Currently 48-0. By the way, big Sooner fan.
Zach Jim getting in the backfield.
I don't think anybody's a bigger Sooner fan than I am,
I haven't met one yet.
But I mean, it is. Hey, listen. Last week was the week for upsets. I mean, five teams in the top 11 going down last week.
There's an
opportunity for Oklahoma to come in and win that game.
You talk about a shakeup last weekend. My goodness, last Saturday was wild.
Yeah, absolutely. .138 remaining in this game. Vian rolling here in Atoka, 48-0.
Handoff goes to the running back up the middle. Tackle made by number 24.
I guess Jason, though, is a Sooner fan, and I'm all on board on that, man.
That's going to bring up fourth down for the Wolverines.
I am looking forward to that, Ohio State and Oregon game going on this weekend?
I got to be honest. I've been so busy this weekend, I don't even know what's happening tomorrow.
Do you even know who Nebraska's playing this weekend?
I do. Nobody, because they're on a bye week.
They're going to lose it.
I know that.
They're going to lose at the bye week. No, Nebraska's looking good this year. Tough loss last week, obviously, but they got a chance to bounce back next week. Shotgun here for Vian. Quarterback keeper rolls to the 25, up to the 20, and lowers his head to about the 15.
Penalty flag.
And we got penalty flags out on the field. 32 seconds remaining. Vian will go on to win this football game, depending on the next play that they run, 48-0. will move on. They will remain in first place in the districts. Atoka will fall towards the middle of the pack this week, but an opportunity to play their way forward. Some what you would figure be some easier matchups. Now, Antlers does always usually give us a hard time. They've got some talent, but they are a little down this year. We'll talk a little bit more about the upcoming games and the chance that Atoka has here in districts. But our final, once again, is 48-0. I want to apologize. I did not change the quarter on the game, so that is my bad. We're on the scoreboard. But that is your final, 48-0. We've got more coming up in our postgame show in just a few minutes. It is the Ion Sports Network on KHKC 1021 FM.
A community bank is far more than just a bank that offers the services such as online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and loans that fit your needs. A community bank invests in the community it serves. Your phone call will be answered by local people you already know and will make you feel welcome by greeting you as you enter the lobby. At Shamrock Bank, we effectively combine convenient banking technology with people you know and trust. It really is the people that make the difference. At Shamrock Bank, you are more than a customer, and we are more than a bank. Shamrock Bank, member FDIC.
I come to Dr. Hookham because he was highly recommended. I had dentures ever since I've been 20 years old, so I've had them for 50 years. And out of the 50 years, I had to use all the dental cream and tooth goo, and it's terrible. They got the implants where they snap in and out, and I could not tell you how proud I am of them. And he is great. It's worth the trip to Atoka just to have him work on you.
Let Dr. Holcomb change your life forever. Visit atokadentist.com.
Genesis Abstract and Title is dedicated to doing things right while providing a positive customer experience. At Genesis Abstract, they use advanced technology such as fully automated records to expedite the process and avoid delays. Their friendly professionals are ready to serve you and will take care of every detail to make your buying and selling process an easy one. Genesis Abstract, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 at 410 East Court Street in Atoka. Your source for quality abstracts, title insurance, and excellent closing solutions.
Logan & Sons in Atoka has the outdoor equipment from top brands to make your outdoor work or play a cinch. Still, Exmark, Hustler, Spartan, Intimidator UTVs, and Envy neighborhood vehicles are in stock and ready for you. Stop by today at 853 South Mississippi or call 580-889-3329. Logan & Sons, proudly supporting all our local athletes.
In a world full of possibilities and firsts, you need neighbors in your corner, experts who have your back, and a cheering section to keep you going. That's why we're here. For 100 years and counting, we've been the first bank of dreaming big and the first bank of what's next. At First Bank, we believe that anything's possible, and we're here to help you believe it too. First Bank, here for possibilities.
Brown's Funeral Service in Atoka, Colgate, Durant, and Medill are proud to be a part of the communities they serve. Since 1994, Brown's Funeral Service has proudly supported nonprofits, police and fire departments, local military members, and area schools. The staff at Brown's Funeral Service takes great pride in these endeavors because they realize it's more than being in business. It's about being a thread in the fabric of our community. Brown's Funeral Service, where service begins but never ends.
Welcome back into the Ion Sports Network, KHKC 1021 FM. I'm looking over comments, and Jason made that comment back, just poking fun. I know you are, man. I'm not dogging. I'm just saying it's a high school broadcast, so we got to keep it easy. But right now, 48-0 is the final. Vian goes on to win a big game, and it was a big game in district play. Two of the top teams in the district early on kind of sets where the district is going to align later on the season as Atoka will hit a stretch. They will have some easier games coming up. There's not a harder game. This was the one that you marked on the schedule. And listen, this game could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse. Atoka was able to do some good things. Unfortunately, they didn't get their points total that they wanted to in this one, but there were some positives in this game that you have to be pleased with. But overall, Atoka came into this game, they felt like they could win it, And unfortunately, Vian comes away with a 48-0 victory, sealing their top spot in district play. And it was just a good game overall for them.
Yeah, I don't think that this is anything that Atoka should, hang their heads about. I'll reach out there and say that I think that this football game was very winnable. There were some things that Vian did that I think will be seen on film as they face their further, their opponents coming down the schedule, that their opponents are going to find that too.
Dude, they were so good on the defensive line tonight.
But their defensive line did do one heck of a job.
I mean, Peyton Pugh, unfortunately, you look at the first half, he was able to make some plays. They made some adjustments, and, they dominated right after the middle, halfway through the second quarter through the rest of the game. And it was all in part, by the two big guys up front, Peyton Johnson and Riley Ellis, who had phenomenal games tonight.
Mason Wright
had a great offensive game. For Atoka, I felt like Peyton Pugh and Prince Coleman did some really good things.
Man, they battled out there.
They did. And there were other guys on the defensive side of the ball. I thought Zach Jim did an amazing job this week. Had a long throw down the field into Wade McCall for a nice pickup. Had some big plays on defense, and overall did a fantastic job. But again, the points total shows a little bit differently, 48-0. And looking at the rest of the district and in some of the games for the Atoka Wampus Cats, okay, they're currently standing at 2-4 and 2-1 in district play.
Mm-hmm.
They've got the two big wins to start the districts off with Wilburton and Morrison. Now you got Valiant, team who stands up at the top with 2 wins. They've played the same competition in regards to districts right now that Atoka has outside of Antlers. And so that may be a tough one. It's a game that you go in thinking we can probably win. You got to execute to get that done. But then you get Spyro and Antlers, 2 teams that are struggling. And then Henrietta is going to be the next one that you're going to mark on your calendar as that tough game that you're going to want to win, because that's the difference of being at 5-5 if you win out through the rest of those games versus 6-4.
Henrietta is going to be a challenge, but any athlete never goes into a game thinking that the game isn't winnable. So, and I know that Atoka prepares extremely hard each week, and they look forward to facing any opponent. Doesn't matter if you're number 1 or number 51.
By the way, Valiant, not sure if that game's over right now, but they are working their way back into the ball game from what I see on Squirtle. Now I can go and view those from Payne Media, who does the YouTube presentation for the Valiant games. Will Payne and his crew do a great job. But Henrietta right now 34 from what I'm seeing on Squirtle, 34-27.
Oh, that turned into a battle.
Yeah, turned into a good game there in the third. Some of the other games going on in our district: Antlers in the fourth, 36-14. That one also on Payne Media. Wilburton on top of Spiral right now in regards to what I've got updated for the scores, 36-35.
Man, how big would that be if Wilburton gets that win?
Yeah, that would be huge for Wilburton, and that would put Spyro down at the very bottom of the district, which you didn't see that. If that was the case, you thought Wilburton was going to end up being that person coming into this week. But some other games going on. Of course, Atoka loses to Vian. Colgate trying to make a comeback. From what I see, that those being played on the Ion Sports Network. If you have the app, you can go watch that game if it is not finished already. 38-20, Community Christian on top by 18, but Colgate working their way back into that game. Holdenville, a dominating performance right now against Beggs, the number 9 team. Holdenville, the number 5 team, and they're on top 32-14 against Beggs right as we speak. And then some other games, notable games that took place that have a final. Adair has a 35-21 victory over number 7 Kansas in 2A2 football. None of those two teams we will see unless we hit the playoffs, but 2 of the top teams in 2A2. for Oklahoma high school football.
Man, how about just think if Wilburton pulls that off.
I
man.
know.
I know. I'd be so happy for those guys. That's a big deal.
That is.
Get that monkey off your back.
Yeah, nobody likes a monkey on your back.
No, I'm still trying to get this one off.
Unless you have a pet monkey, I don't know. 48-0 is the final in here. Our star of the game is presented to you by AmeriState Bank. On the go and informed, that's banking with AmeriState Bank's mobile app, ASB everywhere. Download for free or on your iPhone or Android device. When you look at a game like this, it's hard as a coach to say, somebody played well. But there are always that one guy that comes out and stands out above the rest. To me, I felt like there was a couple of people that you could have really honed into. For me, it's Zach Jim. I feel like Zach Jim made some plays defensively, especially at the goal line. And in the passing game, they utilized him in a lot of different areas. To me, the player of the week is Zach Jim. Do you have a different thought?
No, I think Zach is much deserving of player of the week. He did a phenomenal job this evening. He played good, sound football. He played with heart. He played with resilience. You could really see the effort being put forth down there on the football field. And what better athlete to reward this week other than Zach?
He's one of those kids that I really look at. I mean, Kaiser Mullins, I felt, did some really good things. Keaton did some really good things as well. There was just some opportunities on both sides that Zach Jim did outstanding. But he's kind of that guy over the last few years that has been that someone who the coach can say, "Can you go out and do this?" And he says yes, and goes out there and does it. And you don't really hear any complaining from him, and has done a fantastic job. So this week, I would definitely give our star of the game to Zach Jim. That again brought to you by AmeriState Bank. On the go and informed. That's banking with AmeriState Bank's mobile app, ASB everywhere. Download for free or on your iPhone and Android device, which, by the way, AmeriState's your video presentation sponsor. So thanks to AmeriState Bank once again. Thanks to all of our sponsors on the broadcast. We couldn't do it without them. Thank you to Steve Welch and crew for the Atoka Public Schools for their assistance on today's broadcast. Thank you to Kalen Nagorski again for his assistance on the color commentation of today's presentation. So my boy, pound it right there. Yes, sir. And for me, Michael Gabbard, I am saying good night, so long. See you next week as the Wampus Cats will take on an important district game coming up at 7 p.m. against Valiant in Valiant as we will hit the road. Have a great night. So long. We will see you same time next week here on KHKC 102.1 FM, the Ion Sports Network.